Hey y'all, what it is, what it do? It's your girl Brittany. I'm back. I'm better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that I post frequently. Come on, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, skipping, hopping, leaping. We doing a ducky bow or ducky yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. Playboys Las Vegas is almost over. I have one more episode to review. So if y'all want to see Cashy host and basically watch a show full of fade, make sure y'all click the link down in the description. Okay. All right. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the hookup. This is the first episode of the hookup. And y'all, I got so much to say. I have so much to say. I was very excited to come and review this show because y'all, I'm watching it and yeah, it's a no for me. First things first. This is game, ladies and gentlemen, and like not even good game. This is quick. I'm trying to get you in the bed right now game. Like I'm not trying to get to know you game. Like I just want to touch your body game. Not only that, it shows you how like women trying to go for men and men usually don't care for the woman that try to go for them. They usually like the girl who ain't thinking about them, not stunning them, not even looking their way like that, which is insane. Not only that, the men in the beginning, all fives, fours for real. Like, no, like Ethan might have been like the cutest one, but then when he got to talking, it was like, okay, a four. Very much so. Like the fact that they picked these men in particular and they was trying to run game so early took me because I was like, ew. Like y'all are ugly. Be for real. Not only that, the men like in the beginning was very feminine. Very feminine. They want to be taken care of. Ugh, you already ugly. And then on top of that, you want to be taken care of. Like, no, who gonna be the boy? This gave that. Who gonna be the boy? Because they were very feminine early on. All right, let me talk about the women. So in the beginning, my black girls, everybody did good. Everybody did good in the beginning. Like Michelle, baby, let me tell you, props. Hats goes off to Michelle. Michelle already knew what type of time that ugly boy was on. And she was not letting him put no type of game on her at all. Like Michelle wasn't going for that. And I was so proud of her. I'm like, yes, thank you. It's the first episode. Like, no shade. I really don't need people that look like me to be going for this. Cause these niggas is ugly. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, they were ugly. I was looking like this the best now that TV could have did. Cause none of these is cute. Now after I think his name is Moose, something like that. After him, Mose, I think his name is Mose. Whatever. Anyway, we're gonna get to him in a minute. After him, that I feel like that's when like the kind of nice looking dudes started coming in. Him, the other one who's like 22, he was nice looking. Like them two so far is like the nice looking ones. They came in kind of more, I don't know. They just didn't give off thirsty to me. They didn't come off real thirsty. Even though Moose, whatever his name is, he running game too with the flowers. He running game as well. He just playing the long term running game more so. He playing long term running game. But the other four, like the Fab Four, ugh, like ew. Like these is men that you swerve in the club. These is men that be on the dating profiles trying to match with you and you decline. Like all four of them was ugly. Like it never gave none of that. Like very much so. And like I said too, every girl that like went up first and was trying to talk to the dude really wasn't stunning them like that. They'll be stunning a girl who didn't even look their way for real or didn't even really pay them no mind. You know, that's the one who usually is catching their eyes. So Unique, she was having her a lit night. You know, she got the attention of the last two dudes. You know, so she was having her a good time. Kayla was doing a lot. I definitely feel like Kayla was doing a lot. Girl, you just met him 2 minutes ago. you don't know him from a can of paint. And I promise you, if he drops it, if he unbuckled that belt, it's not even what you think it might be. I'm telling you, the main ones who be looking like that be shrimp on them, okay? Cold shrimp at that, okay? Not sauteed, like very much so. You be like, ooh, ooh, you trying to, ooh, you? I know you. I know you not like Nick for real. Seriously, but then I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes they had that you be like, "Oh, you okay?" But then too, them be the ones who just doing anything. Like in my experience, and in some of my homegirls' experience, like them be the ones that you just, baby, okay, like a magic box. You don't know what you getting. Okay, monkey thirsty. Off off the rip came off easy, came off very much thirsty. Her then I think Barbie had a more cool vibe, but she was down for whatever too. You seen that immediately. She was down for whatever too. Might not have been a woman of much words, but immediately down for whatever. When she twerked on him and everything, I said, oh, okay, you need to close the door with her. Why you trying to close the door with Michelle but not close the door with her? She could have definitely got the door closed and she would have gave you what you was looking for. The way she sat on the bed, I said, oh, she ready. She ready. Hot and ready. Very much so. And there was the women, more so that they went ahead and tried to gravitate to a little bit and be on them a little bit but not all the way, because it was just so easy. Like it was just so easy. They swear they be looking for a challenge, girl. Swear they be looking for a challenge. They don't really want no challenge, but don't want it too easy either. Tokyo came off thirsty too to me when she went over to them and tried to see what they was talking about. If all them in a huddle talking, just let them talk. You not that thirsty to talk to them. Then mind you, like I said, the ugly boy, he running game to me. You first on my list. She talking about, I think his name is or girl, I don't know. Anyway, but he was like, you first on my list. And she started asking them, where does she rank on their list? Why? Why do you give a rat's nose tail where you rank on their list? They're ugly. If anything, I would let all them hot breath hoes keep talking to each other. Like none of them came off cute. Then when she was like, oh, well, if I'm first on your list, you gonna rub my feet tonight. He said, yeah, when you rub my back, it gave favor for favor. I don't like no favor for favor, man. Like, mind you, that man who was ugly with the long locks, when he was like, let me cater to you, cause baby, like to me, how the woman I am, I'm the type of woman where I like a man who gonna do everything. Like I love me I'm gonna do everything man. And what I mean by that is like when she said rub my feet, he should have been like, of course. Because a woman, like if a man do something for a woman, she's gonna turn around and do something for him. So obviously probably after he got done rubbing her feet, should have been like, do you need me to do anything? Like, whatever you need, baby, I got you. Like that's how women who feel safe do. Like, mind you, she ends up saying in the next episode that I'm believing she slept with the dude who gave her flowers. Like they didn't sleep together, but they was in the bed together. And she was like, he just held her the whole night. I bet you money, if that man even looked like his back is in intent, she's gonna go over there and be like, let me massage your back. Like let me cater. Women do that when they feel like they are being taken care of and when they feel safe. So I'm just trying to understand, why is they coming off like girls? And then mind you, the boy, I know I'm gonna get into the episode, but I just got ran. But the boy YB, he talking about some, I don't like 50-50 women. I'm more of like a 20-80 guy. I swear on everything I love, y'all. He's saying that now, but that'll be the same nigga who asked you to split bills. Like, just look at how he was moving through the house. He literally was just asking questions, trying to figure out what the girls wanted. How could he form into whatever they wanted? And that's what Ferragamo was talking about. And they all like, nah, we don't do that. Nah, watch out. And yes, y'all do. Y'all definitely do that. That's why everything was about her. What's your love language? When was your last relationship? Like, what was this? What was that? What was this? What was that? All this to see how quick you can get her in the bed. Mind you, she talking about some affection, which is basically physical touch. He like, oh my God. And usually 10 times out of 10, when men are not mature, like low key, like no shade, when men really don't take relationships serious and they just want to touch and basically touch and do everything else that leads to the end of the rainbow for them. Physical touch is always their first thing. Like, yeah, oh my God, me too. I love to touch your body, And he was a little more stiff on her. He wasn't touching her automatically, but I feel as though that's because she had gave, like, just already let it be known that she was open to do that. So he like, I don't want to be too touchy feely this early. But again, with Michelle, he tried to close the door, and Michelle wasn't going for that. And I understand that Michelle got freaked out real quick. She understood what he was trying to do, and she played through that very well. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you, I caught myself in a few situations where you be talking, or you went to the bathroom real quick, or went in a room to check your purse or something. Here go a Negro trying to talk your ear off, and then want to close the door, and you be like, swerve on them, whoa, like, no, we ain't gonna be in private or something. I'm just trying to have a conversation. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have it with this door open. Nigga, I don't know you. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was a little triggered because I was like, as you should, Michelle. Like, I was rude for Michelle. I'm like, right, Michelle. I know that's right. Yeah, because no. What we're not gonna do is had his door closed, and I don't know you like that. I don't care if the cameraman in here or not. The cameraman ain't gonna get you up off of me. If something happened, the cameraman not gonna put that camera down. So yeah, no, I don't know you like that, and this ain't that. Okay, I got out all my little rant. Whew. Okay, let's move along through this. So we start off with them a little bit showing us the season, and just how it's gonna go or whatever the case is. Naya is, narrating us through everything that's gonna go on. Now, through all this, the only thing I really paid attention to was the fact that Landon and Isaiah got defined. Now, I'm gonna say this: Isaiah has been on one ever since he really got back on TV. I don't know what it is. Like Playboys, he coming off very different, very strong, and on here he's coming off very different, very strong. So he was punking Landon for a little while. It seems as though. And he do be talking to Landon crazy. He really do. Isaiah ain't got that BBL allegedly, and he really don't know how to act. So he tells Landon, hey, after this dinner, you gonna have to see me. Landon like, do it now. Come on, like, let's fight now. I don't think necessarily that Landon is scared of Isaiah, but I think he benefits more of being cool with Isaiah versus getting into it with Isaiah. And Landon is handsome. Like, he don't have to do too much. He is a handsome dude. Landon's already saying, like, the dude is from his city. He records himself. He does homemade videos. So with him doing homemade videos and stuff, like Landon ain't stunning dude like that. Like, the dude really wanna say that he got Landon and Poodie. You know what I'm saying? He want to put them under his belt. For whatever reason, Isaiah is feeling hit, and he's hollering. So, he tells Landon, like, after the dinner, you better be ready to bang. You better be ready to bang. That's his new thing. Be ready to bang. And Landon, like, do it now. You hear Kayla in the bag saying Isaiah, because they friends in real life. And him and Landon get the fine. It gives a title. Both of them are in there. Both of them are passionate. To me, Landon is passionate because Isaiah keep calling him out and kind of embarrassing him. And Isaiah is passionate behind this man who want to be in the bed with Landon and Poodie versus him. If the man is even in the bed with him. But we'll see, how that goes. We'll see once that comes out what is given. So Freak League is the first one that we meet. I see why we started off with her. No shade. In the beginning, I was a little irritated that we started with her, but I definitely understand why they started with Freak League. I absolutely understand. Once I seen the episode fully, I said, gotcha. I see why we started with her. Now, I just want to tell my business a little bit because y'all know I am on the more like open side when this comes to this. So, boom, let's get more into the episode. So, Freak League ends up saying that when she was younger, she did something at her job. Basically, they got her fired because she did something with, I'm guessing, another employee. I barely can understand her too. So, I don't know if she said with another employee or what. But they went ahead and fired her. Then they started talking about the booty meat, saying how they eat it. Now, Pharaoh's like me, and I guess she going by Pharaoh now instead of Ferragamo. So Miss Pharaoh let my people go, ended up saying that she never did it. I never did it either. I don't imagine myself ever doing it. Um, the most thing I'm putting in my mouth is the balls. Okay, that's about it. But yeah, so she ends up saying that she never, ate the butt. The other two have, and then the spin in the mouth. Okay, so me personally, I don't think spin in the mouth is freaky. I don't know why people think that's freaky. Like I'm a kisser. Like I love to kiss. I love to kiss. Like I'm like, I love to kiss. I love to kiss my man. So I'm a kiss all day. I feel like you swapping salivas all the time and they just spit in your mouth a little bit is like regular. I definitely don't think that's freaky. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that's freaky? All right. So Freaky ends up getting mad or irritated because she felt like Pharaoh let my people go was mocking her accent. I took it like that too. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I took it like that and I understand why she took it like that because Pharaoh let my people go was, just kept like saying it over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm taking it like that too. I'm like, okay, like she being funny, not necessarily picking, but she being funny. So I get why Ugly did it. It's like everywhere Pharaoh goes, drama follows her because truly everywhere she go, drama follow her. Every show she go on, somebody finds something to be for her about. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if it's her. I don't know if it's the setting. I don't know, but every time it never fails. It never fails. So then she ends up saying that Freaky Leak look good. No comment. It's they knew I was standing on business. They knew to move on. Be for real. Now I will say this. Pharaoh cannot talk about nobody getting beat up on no show. No shade. And that's no shade. She can't talk about nobody getting beat up on no show. No shade. So Ethan has came. He's trying to conquer, obviously, and she's making it easy for him. So Freakily ends up saying something that I thought was very interesting, and I tell women that's in my circle or my little sisters to stay away from women who say stuff like this. Is that she get along with men more so than women? It's never a day that you will always get along with every man, especially like in settings like this. Like, of course, you're getting along with them. You're telling them you're being easy. You're telling them everything they need to know up front, that you're just here for a good time. All of them are here for a good time. None of them are necessarily trying to do anything but have sex with y'all. And, he feeding into her ego, doing the most annoying. Ugh. And I honestly feel as though he gravitated to her more because they both were of other descents. I don't necessarily know or remember what he said, nor do I care. But I think, usually when you gravitate to whoever you look like more so. Now, while they was out there, you could tell he was getting a little irritated with her because, like he said, he trying to take his shot. Come on. He was trying to say it very nicely, telling her, like, come on, stop talking. I want to take this shot. I'm not trying to do all this extra Ariba and all that with you. Let's go, baby. He was very much over her. So he ends up calling her out for just being easy. Like, he calls her completely out. He lets her know, like, why'd you already let me touch you? Like, I just met you. Mind you, he young too. So usually men that are a little older, they won't necessarily call it out, but they ain't put in their head like, okay, she a freak. Like, she don't care, she don't mind, whatever. But he didn't let it be known, like, she's easy. He didn't call her out on it. So after he does everything, though, he didn't call her out before. After he does everything, so then she ends up saying, like, let's take it slow. And then he's baffled, like, what do you mean take it slow? Like, any minute I'm finna have you in the room. And I'm not saying that women can't be easy. All women have free will to do whatever they want. But I just feel as though, in the society that we live in, you gotta pick your poison. Like, it's never a day that I would want to come on the show and be like this. If I'm gonna be easy, I'm easy in private. I'm easy around my homegirls and them who know, like, okay, this just something to do. I'm never gonna take him serious, or we just having a good night, we having a fun night, YOLO, we only live once. You don't go on a show to show that you YOLO and that you only live once. When you have your whole stories, or you know what I'm saying, you just doing what you want to do, you living your life. You definitely supposed to live your life, but you don't live your life with proof. You don't have proof out here to show, like, okay, I used to be like this, I used to be like that. Don't get me wrong, what's for you is for you. But me personally, I just wouldn't have no proof out here showing that I just really am down for whatever. And no shade, I don't think he gonna last long in the house. From the trailer, what I seen, it got more so covered by the black boys. Like, you could tell a lot of the black boys stuck together. I don't necessarily know if he black, but he don't come off as black. He give like mixed Hispanic vibes more so to me, but I think he'll be at the house quick. So we then meet Yella and Face. Both of them are ugly, in my opinion. Face ends up getting sent home. He had already said that he ends up getting sent home for something. I don't know why. Probably for being ugly. And Yellow is ugly too. But again, you could tell they had already conversated with each other, so they definitely took over. Soon as they sat down, they took over. Ethan kind of was in the background with it. You can also tell too that Ethan is young and he don't have a lot of self-awareness on him, because certain things that he's saying, you say in your head. Like, he was just talking to me. Like, he was not reading the room. He wasn't reading everybody. He wasn't peeping the scenery. He was just more so there. Now, Ferragamo ends up asking Face, what does he want out of a woman? He said respect and loyalty. Usually when they say loyalty, they're never loyal. Like, oh, I just want somebody to stay by me and don't even commit like that. So that was that. And then he said respect. I wonder why respect. Respect was like, why respect? I definitely am like question marks on respect. Cause why respect? Now, why Beast ends up saying he wants somebody supportive and down to earth, and then he took it to finances right in and there. He was like, support me and be with me when I'm down and I'm up. And 10 times out of 10, he's probably always down. No shade. Probably always down. Probably ain't never really got no money, like that. That's what it gave me. Cause supportive, and then he went right to his finances. He didn't say in his dreams or if like he depressed or nothing. He went right to his money. And usually that's where a lot of men go right to, is their finances, because their finances really dictate, how much of a man do they feel like they are. So with Ethan, what I read from him was the fact of he don't want commitment. He wants commitment at night when y'all go to bed, but not commitment in everyday life. That's why he wants you to have your own thing, what you got going on. When he said he clingy, he more so clingy in the bedroom. He want to touch, he want to feel. If he call you, he wants you to be right there. But other than that, he wants you to go about your business and get out of his face. So when they ask Freakily, she ends up saying something that a lot of men love to hear. Is like, you ain't gotta be there, but you gotta be trying. You hear Face on me, because he's probably not where he want to be in life. This probably is a good stepping stone for him to be on more now this TV shows. So of course he's on me, because he's not where he wants to be in life. So of course he's on me. Like, yeah, he felt that. He felt that. He don't mind being in progress and being with a woman. He's not at his finish line, no way. So they end up moving on to the next scene. I really didn't care about what the girl said, but they end up moving on to the next scene. YB's lets it be known, just sharing information that he's messed around with 5 women in one day. That would have immediately turned me off, and I would have went on by my day. That is nothing to brag on. Obviously, he's trying to get cool points with the men and trying to basically like cool thing is bigger with the men. But to me as a woman, that would have turned me off, because now I really see what you on. Like, they didn't see what he was on. Now they really see what he's on. So Maj then end up asking Michelle. So Michelle ends up saying that she had a 3-way. He told me something. Oh, with 2 guys? Immediately trying to see, how far she gonna go. She like, no, with my man and a girl. So he ain't seen like, okay, she'll look down with the shits, but maybe not too much. So, like I said before, I mean, obviously this is just a show, but I think women shouldn't share this stuff, regardless of what you and did. Baby, play innocent till the wheels fall off. Like, play innocent till the wheels fall off. Never tell these men nothing, y'all. Like, I don't care. It's no type of being honest. Like, what you being honest for? Lie. They lying too. You really think that he ain't mess with 5 women a day? Be for real. Be for real. Like, be so for real with yourself and me. Look in the mirror. Is this you? That's not you, nigga. And look at him. He's not giving you 5 women a day. Like, no. So he ends up saying, for a woman to show him that he's into her, she just got to be all up on him, like basically thirsty for him, all in his face. But mind you, we did see that where Barbie kind of showed him that she liked him. He said that he was messing with her confessional, but you obviously see, like, in the scene, he wasn't trying to close no door. He wasn't really trying to be on nothing with her like that. She was giving it, you know what I'm saying? She like open paradise, and he was like, I'm straight. He was feeling her still, but not like he was with Michelle. So 2 more uglies walk in there, and the men are all trying to be cool with each other and stuff, but they will backstab each other later on in the season. And like I said, all the men who first came in was not talking about them, was not hitting on them, like, not cute. So I was just trying to figure out why is we telling them the truth? Like, really, why is we even talking to them? I'd have been so stiff, like none of them was cute. So YB's ends up getting Michelle in a room. So she's stating the obvious, like, well, if you so-called like me, you would be in my face more. He ends up being like, well, I didn't know if you was on cast or not. Bullshit. Just an excuse to say, like, why he went in her face. So he ends up saying, I really do like you, but that's between us. That's between us. Now, mind you, everybody is starting to, still mingle, but between us, what are you talking about? And what do you mean you like me a lot? You just met me. So, boom. He then tried to see if she easy. Michelle was not going for that, which I love. So Michelle played into it like, yeah, I be chilling. Okay, cool. Well, we're just gonna keep that between us, playing into the role, because she already see he bullshit her. So boom, they do that shot. She can't even put her cup down yet. He's telling me some, let me see some. Basically telling her to turn around and show her butt. She said, huh? He was like, no, let me see some. Like, basically want to be entertained. She looking crazy. And I was too. Now look at him. You shouldn't even be letting me entertain you come out your mouth. Like, look at you. Be for real. So he ends up saying, show me something. Like, he get comfortable thinking that she gonna do it. She ends up checking him, basically putting a boundary in place, letting it be known, no, this ain't that, nigga. I ain't stunning you like that. No, Kiki cackling still, but being serious more in her tone. Like, I got numbers for girls who will put on a show for you. So she walks off. What he wanted to see was her butt anyway. She walk off a little bit and come back and sit on the dresser. It's him getting up, playing like he about to go to that door and close that door. My girl got serious so quick, I bust out laughing. I said, okay, no. She know game when she seen game. She seen game. She probably thought he was ugly anyway. And it's easier for you to pick up on game when you really not attracted to the dude, no way. And he trying to play with you like you were 3 or 4, you easy or whatever the case was. She said, no, I'm good off that door. And immediately, all that kiki kaka went out the door because it never gave that. But, still playing into the role, being a woman want to be safe. So he then tells her to chill, just vibe. She said, just vibe. The party out here, though, already knowing that he basically is trying to get her in a private room, and trying to make it seem like they doing something, and or putting in his mind, hey, we about to do something. She teasing me. No. The doe set the boundary of, like, I don't know you like that. I'm not trying to get to know you like that. Ain't no doors about to be closed, nigga. Now, mind you, by this time she is trying to calm down because she did come off aggressive off that door, So she's not trying to let him know, like, she thinking anything or, it ain't finna go this way. So she ends up smiling like, what do we have to talk about? And it is a little Chuck E. Cheese smile, but she's not trying to necessarily get him upset or not have him be interested in her, but a boundary is set in place. And men hate when you set a boundary. So mind you, Michelle stayed by that door the whole time. Man, she kiki caca, but she ain't left from that door yet. So he ends up saying like, "Oh, that's what we doing." She ends up reassuring him, letting him know like, "I mess with you. No, I'm enjoying your vibe. I'm enjoying your company, but nobody's around us for us to close this door." Letting the boundary still stay in place. Like nobody's around for you to close this door. You're not gonna close this door. But if you want to keep talking to me, we're gonna talk because I'm enjoying talking to you. But this door not gonna be closed though. So he ends up saying, like, you don't see them, like they looking, mind you. I'm the way I'm thinking the room is it's a room and you see the other door because what's the name about to come through the door. So Michelle calls him out on his live looks and says, I don't see nobody. So ain't nobody right there. You trying to close this door, but I'm not going for that. I love that she was sticking to her boundary because Michelle is grown. You know what I'm saying? She's grown. I think Michelle about around my age or a little older than me. So I'm happy that she was standing on business just as a woman. It never gave a little girl, it never gave intimidated, or scared to speak up for herself. Obviously, she's probably been in situations like this before where men want to close the door or try to get intimate with her very easily because she is attractive. So she just wasn't going for that, and I'm glad that you know my girls was not going for that. So boom, like this was another highlight of that conversation to me was the fact that he was like, I just want to have a conversation. I just want to have a conversation. So she didn't just set the boundary, gracefully. She just went ahead and called it out. So she's like, I want to have a conversation too, but I feel more comfortable. With the door being open. His response is not, I understand that, or absolutely, I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. His response was, you playing hard to get. That to me was a red flag. Now, mind you, the first red flag was him coming in trying to own the room. Second red flag, and I ain't gonna lie, that was a red flag for me because I like men who are a little more reserved, want to, fill out the space more so than just try to take up space. To me, he came in on the mission trying to take up space and basically trying to get to let as many girls he could, get in their panties or whatever. So that was first red flag. Second red flag for me was when he let the audience and let everybody up in there know that he had 5 girls in one day. Like, what do you gain off of that? That's really loser to me. Just depending on his age range, too, it makes a lot of sense on why he bragged about that. And then he ended up saying that the woman got to be feeling him, but that's not necessarily true because Michelle was not all up on him. So he's contradicting himself anyway because Michelle never gave off that she was studying him like that. Like he said, when they made the first scene, Michelle was still in the house. When, like, from what we see, they didn't even talk that long till he was trying to be intimate or in a intimate environment with Michelle, and she wasn't going for that, and he was still trying, and she wasn't going for that. He was trying to break the boundary, trying to see how easy she was going, let him break it, lying in her face and everything. And she wasn't going for none of that, as she shouldn't. I was very proud of Michelle for not just allowing him to think that he was gonna do whatever with her. And even on that part, because I forgot to say this, when he was like, we ain't finna do nothing, she didn't, she highlights that. Like, what do you mean we're not gonna do nothing? Whatever's down, pick it up, and after a while, she just understood that she couldn't convince him. She seen that he was getting close to the door. She just ends up walking out the door. And I don't blame her. Like, you don't need to not feel safe. And, and I know too, even though cameras are in the room, they are on the set, women can easily feel unsafe with a man. Like, it is very easy for a man to intimidate a woman or make a woman feel uncomfortable, like especially if she don't want to do anything with him or she wasn't on that type of timing. He obviously seen that she wasn't on that type of timing, but he put in his mind she playing hard to get. Oh, she want me to chase her, and it wasn't like he was doing much to chase her. He was just more so trying to conquer her and trying to get that door closed, but she wasn't going for that. And I'm so proud of Michelle. 10 points for Michelle, maybe 11. So one of the ugly boys goes in his confessional and he ends up saying like he ain't no easy bad bitch. He ends up saying that you got to take him out on a date. You got to buy him some shoes or something. And I mean, look at him. Audience, look at him. Would you buy him a cheeseburger? Would you give him any play in the club? Like the audacity of these uglies. Like, have y'all looked in the mirror? But too, it probably just depends on what city they in, what state, to make them feel like they that guy. Cause I'm telling you, swerve on them, whoa, whoa, like the immediately get the hell out of my face. Now, I really wasn't paying too much to So Unique. The only thing I'm thinking about is how comfortable she is in these confessionals. She and her took off her rainbow shoes. Why is you so comfortable? I mean, and took the shoes off, child. All I see is toes. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Put your shoes on. Now, mind you, the men didn't link up asking you. Well, the breezy guy asked, "What do they want?" And obviously, all of them are saying this fantasy, Beyonce, Jay Z love, and never gave Jay Z. I'm gonna leave that right there. So we move forward. Tokyo then start coming in like a mother, shaking hands and shit. Like, are you at a business meeting or are you on the hookup show? She come in shaking all their hands. It very much to me gave like, mm-mm. And mind you, none of them stopped her from shaking their hand because she came off like a mom. She came off as if she was in a business meeting. Now, boom, the guy who used to date Scrappy Baby Mama or ex-wife, I want to say Bambi. I think that's her name. He was engaged to her. I guess they called the engagement off. So now he on here. He was with Freak Leak, and she ends up basically just saying that she was gonna split the room with Ethan. She turned around, thought about it, and she wanted to split the room with him. He playing it off high and some instant chemistry. It was no chemistry like he said before. He seen her body and he wanted to explore her body. He didn't care. He seen that she was feeling him and he wanted to fill her up. Now I will say this, why bees? He getting his camera time. He talking to all the women, but again, this is good. So you can see like the game that he running. Like I said, when he was talking to the Caucasian girl, which name I don't remember. But when he was talking to her, he was more just, what do you like out of a man? What do you want out of a relationship? When was your last relationship? Just keeping it on her. He needs all these answers. And a lot of times too, when men date a lot of women, like he made it seem like he does, he could pick through the ones he noticed on that and not. And he obviously seen it. She didn't mind. And she showed that she didn't mind when they got in that room. Now, something I didn't catch when I first watched it with YB and the Caucasian girl was the fact that he didn't like I don't know if I said it, but I don't feel like I caught it. He did not touch her. Mind you, when she tried to talk on him, he backed up a little bit. He was trying to close the door with Michelle. So you can tell that she was not his first pick. He wasn't really feeling her like that. As much as he's saying, in his confessionals that he was feeling her, obviously in the scene he's not feeling her like that. But too, he ends up saying there's no limits to what we do tonight. It's no limits. So he basically saying like, I'ma still do you, but I ain't stun you like that. Like you never hear him say like he really like her like that in the scene or nothing. So the boy Q, he is gonna be interesting. I'm definitely gonna be watching out for him. He was laid in the bed with Mommy G and Pookie at one point in time on the blogs, and he ends up saying something like, "You just gotta watch the show" or something like that. So I'm gonna be watching the show. We really didn't see much from him this little first episode, but I want to see Jill. I want to see. Do he like Pookie or he just I don't know, like exploring. I don't know. I will say this. I like Q because Q was not trying to be it clicked up with the men from what I see so far. Like Q kind of just more so was doing his own thing. It don't give click up to me. It gives standalone. So mind you, like I said, I feel like Tokyo's being a little thirsty. A little bit. I love Tokyo. I love her. But I do feel like she came off like eager to be conquered, in my opinion, or wanted more so because she like, oh well, what am I on your list? What am I? And when the dude said 6, she was like, oh okay, okay, 6. Then the other dude told me, so no, you said 5. He probably didn't say 5, but my thing was, who cares where you rank on their list? they're ugly. And not only that, so mind you, she's around here hollering about, well, since I ranked number one on your list, you're gonna give me a foot massage. So obviously, she went in for the goal to get a foot massage. When he then said back massage, she should have read the room and understand that this is a 50-50 type of man. This is a man who it like he don't really like you like that. I feel as though when it come to men like really liking you like that, if she would have said, oh, well, babe, can you give me a foot massage? Like, I would love to get to know you more as you like rub my feet or something like that. He would have just said, okay. Like I said before, when women feel comfortable, they feel safe. And it don't, I'm not gonna say it take that long for a woman to feel safe, especially if you said that she was number one on your list. I don't feel as though he should have been asking for no back massage. Like, it should have been okay. But when he asked for a back massage, I feel as though the back massage is nothing, but that lets you just know where he's at as a man and where you really rank on his list. Honestly. Cause I don't see him asking freakily for no back massage. I don't see him doing it. I see him more so being like, yeah, like we can do that because he know he finna get some out of it. After he start rubbing her feet, he gonna slide his hand up somewhere else. So he ends up telling her that, don't let the shirt fool you. You will see him in his bedtime clothes. Letting it be known what he here for. It went over her head and he ends up saying like, yeah, we vibing tonight. We said tops off, meaning the women. So she ends up saying, let's do it. Thirsty. And then they go in his confessional. He immediately starts talking about her butt. And, goes right into that. He looking at her butt. He seeing her butt. He not really studying her. So Kayla is introduced. Yes, I definitely want to see Kayla. Even though I'm disappointed in her at the end of the episode. I like Kayla. Kayla looked really cute, really bomb. So one of the uglies, I believe his name is Face. He ends up asking her, oh, you're not gonna be fine, is you? She like, no, I don't have anybody here. I got to fade. Which to me, grouping, like, what would make you ask her that? So then, she's sharing a room with Tokyo. Tokyo ends up saying, like, girl, be you. If it's a man in here you want to get down with that man. Like, do your thing. I don't mind. Kayla ends up saying that she's loud, and I'm loud too. I am a screamer. So she ends up, saying that or whatever. And Tokyo said, I love that. Somebody again, tonight. Somebody again, tonight. So Moses, I thought his name was Moose, Mo, something. I don't know. But Moses, that's a man right there. So Moses comes in. He comes in correct. He comes in with flowers. I'm like, yes, Moses. Yes. Who's getting up tonight? Moses. Simple. So he came in looking all nice, all spiffy. Didn't speak to none of the men. I love a man that can stand on their own. That just lets you know, too, he not a part of the crowd. He ain't trying to homeboy these dudes. Like, I don't know y'all. I ain't trying to get to know y'all. I'm here for one thing and one thing only. And that's here to get a girl, somebody I want to talk to very much. Very nice looking dude. So he ends up giving Tokyo some flowers and So Unique some flowers. And Tokyo was just stunned. Like, she was in shock. And I was in shock for her. I don't believe that Moses is the one who hit her. I don't believe it's him. I think it's the other dude with the big teeth who was there in the beginning. They just haven't introduced him yet. So Levi ends up coming in. Levi is handsome. So Kayla, lets him know she want him. She dancing real crazy on him, but he's really not stunning her like that. He ends up dogging her in his confessionals in a minute. He ends up saying like she's aggressive and she scares him and all this and that. Nothing too flattering. The Face ends up throwing napkins in the club. Lame nigga shit. Like, so lame, so loser. You don't have no money. You don't have no coins, and you're throwing napkins. Like, that was just so lame to me. And the thing about it, now that's TV, like when they go in clubs and stuff, or dance clubs, they usually give them money to throw. But because this is men and women, they didn't give them no money to throw. So Kayla kind of went out sad to me because the dude already kind of letting it be known in his confessionals that he really don't like you like that. He really not fooling with you like that. And I definitely want her reaction because They just filmed not too long ago, and she all in the room with him, and taking pictures with him and the whole nine. It just didn't seem like he was that into her. Like once you see the show, and like I said, his confessionals and everything, just don't seem like he's really too into her. He playing into it, because she there, but don't seem like he like her like that. So she trying to fight Eunice, so unique, which I thought was weird. And she basically is trying to fight her and kick her and all this and that. And you're doing all this behind a man that you don't know. Like, be for real. Like, weird. But that's it for the hookup. It was very long. I wish that Now That's TV lets me kind of speed it up a little bit, because at certain points I was bored. I really was. But this is a new show. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna see y'all next one. Bye. All right, y'all, let's get into it. What's up? It's your girl Brittany. You know what it is, babes. I'm back. I'm better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that I post frequently. Come on, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, skipping, hopping, leaping. We doing it, Dougie bow, or Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come. Without further ado, let's go and get into this video. So, mind y'all, the channel is growing. And with the channel growing, I do have a lot of new people here. And, thank y'all for being here. But I do want to make a disclaimer. I usually don't in a lot of my videos, but, I might need to start, because honestly, I'm in this stage. So I want to say this. First of all, I'm not a fair player. This is not a fair game. I like who I like. I don't who I don't. Simple. My mind can change any day of the week. I could hate somebody's guts or play like I hate their guts. Not really care for them to be on my TV screen. And then I might be proud of them in the next one. You just really never know. Depending on these people's actions is really how I go about it. But no, I'm not fair. I'm not no fair person. Yes, I'm biased because I want to be biased, and who's gonna whoop me about it? Nobody. Y'all come to my channel to hear my opinion. My opinion is not gonna always be your opinion, It's not always gonna be yours. Sometimes I do be rage baiting because I don't care. I'm a troll and I enjoy trolling. But also I'm a fact person. I know what I'm doing. I don't need nobody to tell me my job, because I've been doing it for almost 2 years now and I'm damn good at it. Okay. So I just wanna clear that up. It never gave fair and narrow. It never gave, oh, I'm just gonna say what everybody wants me to say. No, not gonna do that ever. Yes, I show favoritism. Yes, I'm biased. Yes, I have my picks and chooses. Yes, I have my faves. Yeah, I have people I don't care for. Sometimes I can miss the point, and that's okay. I don't miss the point all the time, but some days I lack, and it be like that. So I did want to give y'all, a semi disclaimer, because like I said, I do have new people here, and I'm grateful for y'all to be here. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all are enjoying the videos. And also, just another disclaimer. Yes, I put out like all my videos of the week in one video every week. I do that. A lot of people who are on my channel like long form videos, and they don't mind re-watching my stuff. A lot of people rewatch my stuff all the time. So I do it for them. And I also do it for myself, because sometimes I just watch my own stuff. That's how entertained I am by my stuff. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all that I hope y'all are enjoying the new format of my videos. I'm gonna keep these long form videos like this, just because I enjoy playing The Sims, and a lot of y'all enjoy me playing The Sims. I do plan on in the future, later than sooner, finding more games to play. I tried to put my Fortnite on here, but it just didn't work out. But I do be playing Fortnite. If you wanna play me on Fortnite, let me know. But I do play on Fortnite, and for whatever reason, it just didn't do what it needed to do to be able to get over here on my PC. That way y'all can see me on Fortnite. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was good, but I'm not that great. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, I just wanted to get all that out the way before we did start the video. But now, okay, now we're into the video. So first things first, this was a more chill vibe episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. The episode really wasn't all that for me. It really wasn't. Okay, so Katari been talked about whole time. So I'm not gonna lie, when I've seen his confessional in the beginning, I was like, oh my god, he's so dry, he boring, boo, like very dry. But then I'm like, too, everybody can't be turned up to the max. Everybody can't be, just up in arms and just, full of energy. Somebody gotta come in, be chill, laid back, and that's what he gave off. Chill, laid back. Now, mind you, when I seen him and Khalil fight the first time, it looked like Khalil was taking him. No shade. Khalil put him in that little lock and got to work. Okay. Khalil said he was tired of getting beat up, and very quickly he learned how to at least throw a punch or two. Okay. Yeah, none of y'all are whooping Zeta on no day. Like, I told y'all in my last video, but if you didn't see it, I'm gonna repeat what I said. Zeta and Ken, from my knowledge, came from Valley Boys. And obviously Zeta always lets it be known on the panels that they, they counted him out. But when I tell y'all, the difference between Zeta and Ken is the fact that Zeta came to work. He did like the DTB method where he did his homework. He's standing out. He doing his thing, but he also is being himself. I don't think it's the parasites or anything like how it comes with Diamond, but he did his research. And with him doing his research, he came in prepared to be a star on the show. Absolutely. And he said it every episode we gonna see him. And I be damned. Ever since Zeta came in, we've seen Zeta every episode. Every episode we have seen Zeta. All right, Almond. So Almond came in on good vibes, very much so. But Almond to me just seems very out of place. Like, even though he came on really good energy, it's kind of like Almond not supposed to be there. But at the same time, I'm not gonna count Almond out too much, because he probably does have a place somewhere in Playboys. I'm just, we still getting off the high of them like fighting and stuff like that. So now that the energy has kind of more so calmed down, I'm still catching the vibe. It was a lot of Poodie and Landon this episode. I don't care for that whole storyline. I really don't care for it, but hey, go off. Now the thing with Isaiah trying to fight Landon. So obviously, as y'all know, if y'all watched the hookup, they showed a preview of them fighting. So it seems as though Isaiah is on his high horse, and as y'all know, I've been loving him being on his high horse. But I do think to an extent, is what I think to an extent. As y'all know, Dooley beat Isaiah up. Then here come Poodie working Isaiah. He had popped the trunk on Isaiah. We know what he came here to do. I definitely think Isaiah's trying to prove himself and trying to let them know that he not nobody to play with and he can bang. To an extent, we ain't seen him get tossed up twice. And maybe he feels as though his respect has went down. Maybe people aren't afraid of him as they once was. I don't know. But I feel like now he looking for any issue to get up with somebody and fight. Like the fact that he was like, oh, you didn't fight Poodie, you didn't fight Maul, so fight me. I didn't really understand what that made sense for Landon to fight him. But when he said, we all know how you are, Landon, I totally agree. Landon be picking and choosing. And if you didn't know before this show that he was picking and choosing, because on Love and War we see him pick and choose. But I definitely feel like on this show in particular, Landon is picking and choosing. very much. Like before he got on this show, he was making phone calls. He was making phone. He was calling them boys. Like he was calling them. Like he was calling the Playboys. He called Maul. He called Poodie. Like he wanted to make sure it was some understanding before he went in here. And with him trying to make sure it was some understanding, he covering it up as being like a good host. That's how he covering it up. He making it seem like, oh, I don't want to fight my cast. I don't want to fight them. I just want to be a host. And okay, you could be a host, but it was fades for you to catch. And like Isaiah said, it was too close. You had to call them and make some pleas up. You know what I'm saying? You had to call them and cop some pleas for y'all to all of a sudden just be cool like that now. That's insane. So I'm with Isaiah with that. And even when him and Poodie was talking, Poodie was like, you trying to manipulate me. Like him talking over him hollering at the table and all that. Yes, that's all manipulation. And I'm glad Poodie can see it. I don't think he can see it all the way because it do be hard to see it when you in it. But I do think that he see it. I do think he really has feelings for Landon. But at the same time, like, he see Landon's a weirdo. Like he really is. He's really not to be trusted. Truly, he's really not. So again, we get the first scene, and Landon, is trying to paint Poodie as his crash out, which we know Poodie is a crash out, but him being like, "Oh, you posted this, you went off on my mama, all this and that." He's trying to paint a picture for the audience. It's not just him talking to Poodie. He's talking to us as he's talking to Poodie. Like I said before, painting this picture. So he ends up saying, he do like Poodie. The only reason why, he made it seem like he wasn't fooling with Poodie is because he was in a public relationship. But again, Landon loves to paint a picture. One thing he gonna do is paint a picture. As y'all know, if y'all was following him and Gigi's relationship when they used to fall out, Landon used to post Gigi cheating on him. He posted Katari and Gigi when Gigi was kissing on Katari's neck. And from what I'm gathering, on the internet, Landon was making it seem as though he ain't talked to Poodie in the background, but was talking to Poodie in the background, trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm just this loyal guy. Like, I love my guy. I want to make sure my guy is okay. I don't do anything wrong. I'm 100% in this relationship, knowing that he had, people on the back end that he was talking to, aka Poodie and whoever else. And I remember one time Gigi, like, this was like his first live, and Gigi got on there, spilling the tea on Landon, and Landon was like, one thing I hate is when he goes to the internet. He know I hate when he goes to the internet. But that's because he wants to show us a certain image. He don't want nobody going to the internet telling his demons and how he really act behind closed doors. Even though, to an extent, we kind of know how Landon is. As much as he's trying to make us see this character of Landon just wants to host. He just wants to be the bigger person. We know in actuality, Landon is manipulative. He is scared, like, and it's no shade to, decline phase and stuff, but he want to only fight certain people. He fight people that he feel like he can beat up. And he likes to paint a picture for people to show, what he wants to show. And I feel as though, to an extent, Poodie is not good with an argument. Like, Landon is 10 steps ahead of Poodie on how he wants to bring certain things up and how he wants it to look. And by the time Poodie catches on, he on to the next thing to manipulate him. So Landon is trying to paint the picture that Poodie was laid up with Solo and basically backstabbing him, jumped in a fight that he had with Solo. So with that, when they went on Love and War, he was playing Get Back. He was playing Lick Back. I don't believe this because honestly, when I was keeping up with their drama, that never came up, to be honest. Like, that never came up. Solo was never, ever talked about. So this is new information to me. I will stay up on it when they do go on the panel. But like I said, this is news to me. So Poodie is so funny. Him admitting that he really Didn't mean his apology was hilarious to me. He said, I just apologize so he can get out my face. I just think that is so funny. Like, that was hilarious. So Poodie then turns around and, tell how he really feel, that he thinks Landon is trying to do damage control. And I agree. I definitely think Landon is making them play in his favor. Made Maul play in his favor, made Poodie played in his favor. The only person who's not really playing in his favor, or getting off his back, is Isaiah currently. So we get to the funny part of it, which was him being like, I ain't dirty. So he looked over. I'm like, why is he looking over? He's trying to make sure they still recording this part. He like, yeah, because you still want it. So Pootie then say like, and you still want me. So he told me, so what are we gonna do about that? He's so manipulative. It's hilarious. So what are we gonna do about that? I'm surprised Pootie ain't jump over the table. So Almond comes in, great energy up, energy is turned. What we need for the confessionals, he's giving. I like his look. His look is really nice. You could tell Almond knows his place on Now That's TV. He understands like what he comes to do. He comes to be the comic relief, in the fun drunk. Like, that's what he's here to be. So my thing is with Almond though, which I think is funny, and I definitely want them to ask him on the panel. He had said he wasn't coming back to Now That's TV. After the Naked Hustle and how he treated the ladies. He said he wasn't coming back because he was painted in a bad light after some actions he took. He said that he ended up apologizing to the girls. And, they filmed that part of him apologizing to them allegedly. But they didn't air that. They wanted to air him being an ass to the women instead. So I'm kind of confused on why he back too, when he definitely said he wasn't coming back. But that's how all of them do. But I definitely want him to explain what made him come back, especially the Playboys. So Almond likes what he see with Metro's A. And child, if he would let Metro kept talking a little more, he would have seen y'all are sisters. Y'all are sisters, okay? Both of y'all are bees up, okay? Both of y'all are bees up. Metro don't give me verse. He don't give me top. He give me bees up. So we move on to the next day, and we're in House A. House A is still banging with each other. Still banging with each other. Okay, we're on day 2. So Isaiah comes in his Lulu, his Ollie or whatever. He look good. Y'all know Isaiah been working out. Allegedly, he got him a little BBL, and if it is a BBL, sitting nice. He did a good job. He went to a good doctor, from what I see. So Katari and Khalil go at it. Katari got like 2 good hits on Khalil, but after that, I feel like Khalil really took over the fight. He was punching, taking Katari where he didn't want to go. It wasn't much, but it was a lot coming from Khalil. Of course, Katari feels like the fight wasn't about nothing because he wasn't controlling the fight. Mind you, he had already came into it with the mindset of I'ma get him 1 round apiece. Meaning he thought, oh, okay, it was sweet. But this Playboy is like, you gotta know these boys gonna fight for they spot. And all day yesterday, no shade, Khalil was getting his ass whooped, toe up, left, right. So you gotta know by day 2, he coming with something. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got better some type of way. He tired of getting beat up. Like, no shade. So we get to Zeta, and it's Zeta season. I can't wait. Nobody say what. Zeta been on our screen since what, episode 2? Still been the Zeta show. Period. Like breakout star, truly winning. I think Zeta gonna win, honestly, because Zeta's been eating whole time. So him and Katari go out there and get their thing. So mind you, first round he tore him up. He like whooped you. One and done, boo. I feel like Zeta was in the midst of him putting on his makeup, because he do makeup too, like his makeup or whatever. I feel like he was in the midst of putting on his makeup. So he was like, one and done, got you. Okay, back to my beat. So Zeta was just saying like, okay, we have other boys to fight, one and done, but I tore. Katari didn't like how the fight ended up, mind you. You thought that you was going to come in the house and get him and Khalil. You did not get neither one of them. But out of everybody, it was one thing for Khalil to get a little bit of the best of you, because you probably thought like, oh, he been getting beat up the whole time, so nobody's really going to be like, oh, like, Khalil beat him up, or whatever. But Zeta, on the other hand, Zeta been getting out here with any and everybody. And he's mostly been getting out here with people that's in his house. So with Zeta getting out here with most of the people in his house, he been sliding through all the boys. Sliding through. Him and Khalil was just beefing the day before. Now they're roommates and they cool, and he's rooting on his roommate. So Zeta comes out there, Zeta get him what he wanted, whatever. He didn't like how it went because it was like, okay, it's one thing for Khalil, but it's another for you. Then, he runs back up on Zeta. I say it was definitely a tie to me because both of the boys was hitting. Even though he took Zeta off guard, Zeta was still up in there with him. And then he kicked Zeta in the mouth. Okay, I guess you thought the kick was gonna make it solidify that you won, but I don't give you a win because you kicked him in the mouth. I honestly feel as though you kicked him in the mouth because you seen that he was gonna give you some work every time. Qatari played like on the internet that he came in whooping on these boys, but it's not giving easy whooping to me. These boys is putting in some work. I don't know why you thought it was gonna be that easy. Now, mind you, he said he had to get to Khalil because of Ivory. Now, I've been told y'all Qatari been around for the longest. Like, he been cool with Ivory. Like, even when Ivory was on South Central Baddies and her fame started going up, her and Qatari was close. He was with Isaiah for, I'm sorry, every time I think about that old man beating Isaiah up, but he was with Isaiah for the Playboy season 2 audition. So, he been around for a while to where, he's supposed to already have his time. He's supposed to have been on Now That's TV a while ago, in my opinion, to be honest. And Sheen all back there, and I know I never say his name right. And child, y'all could say his name and sound it out for me every time. I still just don't know how to say the man's name. And it's not me being funny. I just truly don't know how to say his name right. But Shinx was back there, and he playing like he got to see the fight so bad, like he finna do something. Like, Pretty Boy was never gonna do nothing. I don't care how much he was moving security. Pretty Boy was never getting the field for no Qatari. Like, no. He's too pretty. He barely wanted to fight for himself, let alone Qatari. Maul facial expressions be saying everything to me. Like, if y'all ever go back and just watch Playboy season 2 when they sent BB home and Isaiah told him to say something, and BB said, no, I'm gonna say it to them, and Isaiah was like, okay, y'all should have seen my facial expression. Please go back and look at that. Maul has the funniest facial expressions in the world. Like, he is so funny. His face is gonna say everything. But honestly, in the beginning when I first watched it, I said, oh, Maul can't take Zeta. Like, he is just like, ugh, I cannot stand him. But at the same time, I think that he likes Zeta. Like, Zeta has a lot of confidence. Zeta's not bandwagoning. He ain't looking for no team. He's giving like his real self. He's giving his purest self, and it's coming off on the screen as that. And I think he had already picked up like, we gonna like him, but I think he wasn't ready for all that Zeta had for them. I don't think he was ready for that. Almond put on him a little weight. I like the weight on Almond though. I really do. I like it on him. Almond been in the gym and is so full of himself. So Almond and Ant are talking, and Ant ends up just being like, I'm the drama, I'm the villain. I don't be trying to bash Ant every video, but I feel as though he brings it upon himself. Like, you the villain, you the drama. It's giving force. It's giving force for me. But I do feel as though if you squint and close one eye, him and Almond look so much alike. Like, they could be family members, not brothers, but cousins, like first cousins. Now, Almond did ask, and how does he feel about Cashy fighting Maul? The only thing that popped up in my head is, the gag is, if you know, allegedly, I'm always say allegedly, but Cashy and Maul did some things before. So, I mean, even though Ant and Maul was in a relationship, Cashy and Maul went down that hill once. Only once, though. That was the only thing running through my head. Maybe it really has nothing to do with the scene, but that was the only thing I could think of. Like, please, maybe if only he really knew the T. Like, please, ask him how you feel about that. Now, boom. So Poodie and Landon are having a conversation outside, and they just keep having these one-on-ones. So with them having a one-on-one, Isaiah was brought up, and Poodie is like, I think Isaiah has a problem with me behind you. But now, word on the curve is allegedly Isaiah never really cared for Poodie like that when it just came to him, period. Isaiah didn't want him on any of his shows. He didn't want him on Playboys. None of that. But Poodie is an asset to Now That's TV. So Now That's TV, T-Lo, Sway, whoever it may be, was saying like, no, Poodie needs to be, on the show. He needs to be on Playboys. He needs to be on season 3, Gentlemen's Club, Mean Boys, whatever. Like, he need to be on them shows because he is an asset to Now That's TV. And plus, he gonna fight. He gonna get out there with any and everybody. And people love to see that. So they've had tension from the beginning. Like, from Poodie's standpoint, is Isaiah never cared for him because T-Lo and Sway always liked him. But Isaiah had never wanted Poodie on his projects. So, boom. And that's all alleged, like I said. So, boom. They show the unseen footage. And Landon is trying to get Poodie, again, playing what he need to play, doing what he need to do. Making it seem like, oh, I care about Poodie. I want Poodie to be safe, so let's go, Poodie. I don't know why Monty was snapping on him. I don't know why she was snapping, saying that he don't have Poodie or whatever. I don't know why she did that, but that's neither here nor there. So, but they'll probably 10 times out of 10 talk about that on the panel. So, he's telling Poodie like, let's go. Poodie ain't even paying Isaiah or nothing, no mind. So Isaiah's like, you like, you getting on my nerves, like, you're irritating, you're annoying. Oh, I cannot stand you, and now he want to fight both of them. I think more so Isaiah wants to fight them because he expected a return on his investment because he already let it be known that he didn't want Poodie there. He didn't want Man there. Landon won last season, so he was expecting Landon to fight more. Now that's TB be wanting to catch their phase. But if we take away T-Lo, we take away Swag, Isaiah be wanting you to catch your phase, especially when it's on his platforms, his shows. Oh, baby, you came to bang. As he would say, you came to bang. Soccer-thon, like, you came to do that one. That one, you gonna do. You gonna do that one every time. Like, Isaiah do not play that. You is not coming on his show to get no free check. He gonna manipulate you. He gonna call y'all out your name. He gonna do all of that. He gonna get you hype so you can come in there and do your job. Like, Isaiah is very big on clocking in and doing your job. If you're not gonna be an asset to him, he's gonna call you out for it, and he's obviously gonna make Landon an asset. Not on this show, but on another one. Now, I would say this is the second time Landon was called out for being two-faced and pillow talking. Now, on the panel, Zeta had told that him and Landon was talking about D. Scott, and as Zeta being Landon's friend, he was, sharing with him like things that he felt like D. Scott was being shady towards Landon with. Landon ended up getting back cool with D. Scott, and then pillow talking to D. Scott saying whatever Zeta said. And that's why Zeta and D. Scott got defined. Turn around, Poodie is saying that Landon be pillow talking to him, telling him everything that Isaiah be saying about him. So this what I mean, the manipulation, the confusion, the pillow talking, like, that speaks a lot of volume on his character. So with Poodie and Isaiah, I definitely think Isaiah is fighting Poodie mostly over his respect and how he, basically gave him one at the boxing match. I think Isaiah thought he could take Poodie, and he played Poodie for weak. Then Poodie showed him ain't no weak hoe up in here. Don't come threatening me, tell me something you own that, and I show you. Oh, okay, me too. I was waiting at the door for you. You know what I'm saying? He was ready to pop the trunk. You know what they came here to do. So he wasn't prepared for that. So I definitely think Isaiah is fight Poodie more so on his respect. He want to fight Landon because Landon ain't do what he told him to do. Now Poodie ends up saying, don't make me punch you, and Landon goes into no, I don't want you to do that. Manipulation. It's all in the game of that. I will say though, to an extent, Poodie do have a problem with putting his hands on Landon. He do need to work on that because it do seem as though every time Landon say something that Poodie don't like, Poodie instantly do want to put his hands on Landon. But I think it's just that toxic stuff, and it leads them where they want to be, which is in the bed together. Landon really trying to make it about him. So I don't want y'all beefing behind me. Like Poodie said, I'm not beefing behind you. You right here in my face. I know that's right, Poodie. Like the best girl has won. You in my face. You think I'm beefing behind you? You just something to do for right now. And after the show, I won't talk to you no more. So Katari ends up having a sit-down meeting with Khalil and Zeta. So first of all, Khalil is stressed. He in that pen so hard, y'all. He is stressed. He is giving scratch-a-thon. He's out here tired, okay? That pen is getting him through every day out here with the Playboys, okay? Like, he got to be in the sky to deal with these boys. So, he ends up, basically just being like, I get it, I understand. Like, you had to get it for Ivory. Okay, it is what it is. Bigger fish to fry. But all these people that want to fight for Ivory, Khalil is taking a lot of it under the chin. Honestly, like, he's not taking it personal at all. He's just like, okay, you had to fight me for her. It is what it is. That's fine. Never taking it personal. No big deal to him. Like, to an extent, it almost comes off as if he's not bothered by it at all, which is awesome. That's awesome. So that's with Khalil. Then he moves on to Zeta. Now in the beginning when Zeta said that he started trolling first, I was kind of like, okay, Zeta, like, excuse me, why you trolling first? But he ends up correcting himself, saying that Katari started with him in the group chat first, and I guess Zeta was the one who took it to the internet and started trolling Katari on the internet. So Katari is like, well, why you didn't get me at the auditions? It don't matter that you was fighting somebody else. And like Zeta said, you don't tell me when to pop off. You don't tell me when to get you. Like, who are you to tell me when to get you? If I didn't want to get you right then, I don't owe you that, which I agree. Like, I don't know who Katari thought he was, but Katari, be for real. Like, Katari, you barely out here handling your ones, trying to tell somebody else when to get you. Like, no, we're not doing that. So the guys go to the little fisherman thing. And with them going there, immediately Isaiah gets up on Landon. So he's like, fight me. He was like, because if the laws weren't right there, if the police weren't right there, I would have ran down up on you. Mind you, again, I can't take my eyes off Maul. Maul is so funny. While Landon is over here explaining himself, Isaiah's going off. I'm seeing the BBL in real time, allegedly. I'm like, oh my God, like Isaiah looked really good in his all gray. I'm thinking about it. Landon looked good in his blue and white. Maul looks good in his all black. I see the aloe hair. I'm like, okay, aloe down. Then Landon goes to Maul and is like, do you think I call please? Mind you, Maul was looking at him. As soon as he seen Landon turn to him, he looked down. He looked somewhere else. I can't read out what his lips said, but I feel like his lips is saying, like, I'm not in it, leave me out of it, or like, I know you didn't cop please. Something like that. It's either like going with him or telling him, like, leave him out of it. Now, mind you, Isaiah then tells him, like, you gonna fight Poodie. After Landon says, make one of them try me and I'll get up on him, saying he'll get up on whoever. But he like, no, you gonna fight Poodie because that's the person that you said you gonna fight. I'm surprised Isaiah didn't call him out in front of Maul and say that you gonna fight Maul because you was saying that you was gonna fight him. I'm surprised. But too, he got an issue with Poodie, so he probably really won't Landon to get Poodie more so than anybody else. Now, so Landon goes in his confessional. He throws 2 shots. So the first one is, just basically saying how lately, every time we see Isaiah fighting, he was getting beat up. Talking about that, basically like they come on his stuff, whooping on him. Talking about Dooley. Talking about Poodie, even though neither one of those incidents was on Isaiah's shows. I feel personally that's what he's talking about. And then, you know, obviously they have had relations before. And I just felt like that was a cheap shot. And that was just an easy card to pull. Like, oh, you know, you want me to fight him because you're not in the bed with me. Like that. Like, you mad because me and him together right now. I just felt like that was a cheap shot. Because Isaiah don't ever give off that he really won't Landon like that to me. He give me like he overlanded and Landon was something to do. So the boys' boats meet up in the middle. And, you know, it's nothing but ocean and opportunity. I'm somewhat funny. So, boom, the boys is talking in no shade. I just find myself hearing horse noise. I just found myself here. I just found myself hearing. Because I couldn't help but see Taste. I could not help but see taking fucking choppers that he got in his mouth. I couldn't even take the scene serious because I just see them big ass choppers. I'm like, I know his jaws be hurt. Keeping them damn choppers. Yo, I know his jaws be hurting. Keeping them choppers in. Like, them things is choppers. Like, choppers, y'all. Like, oh my God. Tay got some big ass teeth. Jesus. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. So, I was distracted by the choppers. Then when I finally started really getting into the scene, I really couldn't get into it because I was by the choppers. The choppers just were there. Like, they were so huge. I was like, oh my God. They're so big. So I was distracted by the choppers. Very much so. I was just distracted, child. I was distracted. So moving on from the choppers. Moving on from those. Ant was doing a lot of spin. I just seen a whole bunch of spit come out of his mouth. I heard the take him back home comments from Khalil. I heard the Hispanic comments from Maul. And mind you, before I started making this video, I was waiting on the hookup to like upload. So I had to like do something else while I was waiting on it. But Ant went on Instagram and was like, Mom, you used to eat these tacos. You used to eat this taco up. My fajita was all in you. And you know what? Another cheap shot. Like, instead of you just being able to crack back, you just go to the easiest thing. Like, be creative. Be creative. Like, I thought it was so funny when Isaiah was like, and there go man about to sink the boat. Like, that was funny. That was funny. I want y'all to get a little more out the box. Like, you know, stop taking everything. Well, no, I can't say that. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. You have the right to take whatever you want to take, whatever. You have the right. But, you know, it was just a cheap shot to me because it was just like, okay, we already know that. Like, you told us 1,001 times about him chewing on those choppers. I mean, chewing on those tacos. You told us 1,000 times. How many more times will you let us know that he was chewing on your taco? Hold the bell. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely think Cassie gas Ken up too much because when they didn't show Ken reading, it definitely didn't come off great. I was like, huh. But then too, whoever edited, this is what I'm thinking. Whoever edited probably didn't really know what a read really gives. So if he really was reading Zeta down, they didn't put in the good part. That's what I'm thinking. So JR and Ant have a few words. And they talked about this on the last panel, but I don't believe I put it in my video. It just wasn't nothing I truly cared about talking about. But yeah, so Ann gave him $75 or $70 to get the couches steamed. Then he had the couches in his house. I didn't know that JR was a scammer, but that's loser activity to me. Go get up and get a job. And just taking the people money who was at Morehouse and Spelman, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And Ant is getting one for, his people to freedom. Period. Boom. So, like I said, this episode wasn't really all that. I can't wait to the next episode. Matt comes in and Cassie works him. So excited. I'm trying to see, is he gonna power up like he did with Dawn, on Deja Vu. But it don't seem like the power up happened at all, because every time you see him he can beat up. But I'm happy Cassie is taking him through that. Take him through that. Take him through that. Take him through that. Dog walk his ass. Hey, take him through that. Take him through that. Take him through that. Dog walk his ass. No leash. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye. Hey y'all, what it is, what it do? It's your girl Brittany. You know what it is, babes. I'm back. I'm better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that I post frequently. Come on, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, skipping, hopping, leaping. We doing a Dougie Bow, Dougie Yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. I am wrapping up Playboys Vegas. Also, I have wrapped up Baddies West. And currently right now, I'm really just working on Valley Girls season 3. After season 3 of Valley Girls, I will not continue on doing Valley Girls no more. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm done with Valley, and let's just, they really get some popping. I'm done with Valley after this season. But yeah, click the link down in my description. All right, y'all, without further ado, let's go and get into the video. So let me tell y'all my first initial thoughts before we even get into the trailer and everything about it. Let's talk real quick. So number one, I feel as though Baddies Africa was an absolute flop. It was one of the worst in history as far as like real drama. Damn near by the time we got to the 10th episode, I was tired of the same people fighting. No shade. The only reason why I kept in there is because of y'all, and I'm thinking over time it might have got better, but it didn't. Now, I would say to an extent, Zeus does listen to us once the views start going down. When them views start going down, baby, they be listening. They like, what can we do better? So when it came to like how they would set stuff up, obviously they changed that around a lot from 2-3 seasons ago. That I don't know who did the casting for this season, but they really didn't do a good job as far as like Elsie, Choco. We really didn't need them, to be honest. Marissa, we didn't need her. We didn't need Amber Rose. Like, honestly, even this season, we really didn't even need Tommy. Whoever did the casting just needs to be like a co-casting person or something, because they did not do a great job when it came to casting at all. So another thing I would talk about is Pretty P and Ivory. I know Ivory went on her rant, and like I said in that video, Ivory didn't do nothing for the season. Yes, your name is your name, and yes, your resume is long, and you have a great track record of coming to work and doing your job. But I definitely feel as though she got comfortable. Y'all supposed to fight. They not paying you to coach no how to fight somebody. They're not paying you to that. They're paying you to get in the field. And maybe, y'all didn't have too many people to fight this season, but no. I think she thought that she was above the program. And I bet y'all now that Ivory has declared her love to Now That's TV, I bet you money that Now That's TV will slowly start falling back from her. Like, they're not going to put her in as many things. That, to me, Natalie said this, and she said this for real. When it comes to, the girls getting a big head, when it comes to their pay or whatever the case is, when the girls start getting a big head and think they bigger than the program, and Zeus sit them out that for a season, they sit their ass out. The girls be humbled so quick. I swear to y'all, the girls be so humbled. Cause mind you, Ivory was saying, "Oh, we run through 30, we run through $40,000." When you can run through money like that, that's one thing. But when that money stop coming as quick as it once was coming, bitch, you'll learn how to save your fucking money. You'll learn how to penny pinch some fucking pockets around this hoe. I mean that. And yeah, she's working with 2 networks and everything, but it's just good to, while the getting is good, you put some aside. You know what I'm saying? You don't be no dummy with your money. And I was talking to my best friend before I started doing this video, and we was talking about Krishan and Tasiki. Mind y'all, you know, Tasiki was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna keep doing reunions. Y'all gonna have to start paying me 40 to 60K. If I'm gonna keep doing this and that." And then, you know, they sat her ass out of season, sat her out. All of a sudden, she on the internet like Mariah, begging to come back, begging to come back. Remember, Krishan, "Oh, I'm the cloud, I'm the show. Y'all want to get cloud off me? I'm not dealing with you girls. I'm not arguing with you girls. You girls the cloud. Cloud and dried up. Back on baddies, full cast." I really just, and honestly, for me, I want to know the checks, because I've been exposed that they be paying y'all damn near the same thing. They basically paying them minimum wage. Like, mind you, okay, you know, with minimum wage, depending on how much you make a year, people out of minimum wage make $20,000, $30,000. Zeus is still paying them minimum wage. You're just giving it all to them in one chunk, you know. So it don't look like minimum wage when you get it all in one chunk. It looks as if that's a whole bunch of money, which it is a whole bunch of money for a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. But then when you go back into your normal life, you waiting on that call, and depending on too, you know, they go through their wigs, they got clothes they gotta get and stuff like that. All that shit costs money too. $1,200 for a wig, $2,000 for a wig, and these people are charging y'all this amount because they feel like y'all got it. Y'all supposed to have it. Y'all on baddies, right? But Zeus is, like I said, Zeus is paying them 20, 30, maybe $40,000 to come for a month and do their thing. And again, like I said, if you break it down, it really be minimum wage, honestly. You know, and nothing is wrong with that, because who don't want no big check? Who don't want that type of money in one go? You know, but I'm just saying that they not gonna pay y'all to sit up here and just coach nobody. They not gonna pay y'all to fall asleep. You know, they not gonna pay y'all to keep leaving their stuff, or playing as though, you know, you got bigger fish to fry. You don't have to be here. When it all comes down to it, one thing Zeus did was stand the test of time and keep going, keep giving season after season after season. While y'all trying to go individually, you know, when it came to Ivory, when it came to Krishan, you know, that individualism of like, I'm gonna make it regardless, which is true. You definitely can make it regardless, but be for real. Like, let's be honest here. Y'all are known for fighting. Y'all are known for fighting, and yes, y'all are trying to be artists, but nobody's truly, truly taking y'all serious. When y'all do y'all shit, y'all are doing it at the bookings. If you stop coming on baddies, you stop going on Now That's TV or whatever, them bookings will start drying up. I mean, I'm not lying. I'm just, you know, I feel like I'm just telling the truth. I'm not lying. So I definitely think when it comes to Ivory need to be smarter about how she carry herself, and understand that we the fans are not her friends, nor are we her accountant or her fucking business partners. Danye ain't selling them shirts like that, and that's no shade, but that's honest. Danye is living off you. You need to tell Danye ass to go out and get a what job? A J-O fucking B. A J-O fucking B. You need to tell Danye to go get a job. A job. Okay? Tell her to go get a job, or do better on TikTok. I'm sure she getting paid off TikTok. I'm sure Ivory getting paid off TikTok. You know, they getting paid, but still, you know, you got to keep yourself relevant. I know she's trying to do music and talking about how she don't want to be known for fighting, but bitch, I would fight till I can't fight no more. Till they tired of seeing me whoop on these hoes. I would keep fighting. Like, I'm just saying. But okay, moving on back to Krishan, like I said. So Krishan Clout has washed up. Where Clout being washed up, I definitely want to see how she does this season. And let me say this too, with her coming back, I don't want the Holy Ghost Krishan. Please keep that at home. I want the crash out Krishan. I do not want no growth. I don't want no crying and shit, all that extra. I don't want to be bothered with that. Get out here and hit these girls. Hit them in the head. Oh well. Ain't no injury reserve. Ain't no she's too big, she's too small. Even with Biggie, Tasiki. With Tasiki, like I said before, I bet you it won't be no sleeping this season. With Biggie, I bet she gonna get out there with any and everybody. Cause mind you, she was one of the main ones for 2 seasons at the reunion. She wasn't gonna fight nobody. She not fighting. She not doing this. She not doing that. Bitch, still gotta get out there. Now, I was telling my best friend, I feel like a lot of girls have to feel the wrath of letting the money dry up. And I feel like everybody has felt that wrath but Scotty. And my thing is, if they're going to keep bringing Scotty back, and mind you, with Scotty, with these girls, she can't do that victim shit. No, she can't do that. She can't be a victim this season. This season, these particular women are not gonna allow her to be like that. Maybe Diamond, and Rolly, but that's about it. And then even then, Rolly picks and chooses when she allows Scotty to have that free space to be a victim. She picks and chooses when she wants or when she will allow Scotty to play that role. But when I tell y'all, I'm serious. Like, I don't want Scotty on my screen if she's not gonna be able to do her job. I'm kind of not even kind of. I'm over Scotty talking when ain't nobody talking to her. I'm tired of that. I'm sick of that. Either y'all gonna let her get beat up or she gonna need to shut up. And that's just that on that. Cause all the rest of the girls, if they say something, they get beat up. Scotty should not have favoritism because she goes with Lemmy. If anything, get her off the show. Let her sit out a season and just be his girlfriend. Simple. Tavi, I don't want a whole bunch of speeches. I know I'm supposed to give y'all the trailer. I'm gonna get to it in a second. I don't want a whole bunch of speeches from Tavi from Baddies USA. I don't want a whole bunch of speeches. I really don't care what she has to say. She's boring and I'm over her. It was somebody else I want to talk about too. It was one more person I wanted to talk about. Let me think. Hold on. Let me find the people. Cause it was one more girl. I had some things to say about. Oh, E.T. I'm very excited for E.T. to come back. I'm super excited for E.T. I want to see E.T. get out there. Definitely want to see her bang. I definitely think this is a great opportunity for E.T. E.T. has been doing certain stuff. She's been hosting and stuff. She's been, keeping herself afloat. But Zeus to me is where she really needs to be. I don't want to see nice E.T. Not necessarily I want to see Zeus E.T., but I definitely want to see E.T. come back and put on. I definitely want to see her put on. All right. Now that that's what I want to talk. Big Legs. Big Legs and Dolly for Baddies USA. Oh, baby, I'm so excited to see them. Now, out of everybody, that's what I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see Dolly and Big Legs. First of all, I definitely think Krishan and Big Legs will crash. I think Dolly and Krishan will crash. I don't think Tasiki is over being a Big Dolly. I think that her and Big Dolly will fight again. I definitely do. I think they're gonna fight again. Very much so. Cause I like how Tasiki was that first season, like, no, she too little and all that. I don't think that person will be here. Because again, the checks has dried up. I definitely think that she is going to be putting belt to ass on anybody who get in her way. Not Anna, not Biggie, but anybody else will get them hands, except for like Scotty and Natalie. But anybody else who tries her, I see her doing them. Okay, so I know I went on a little rant and I kind of went off subject, but now we're back on Baddies Africa reunion. So number one, I feel like they rushed this because they know that we don't care. We as an audience are not really stunned the reunion like that. The fact that they had, first of all, the fact that Natalie fought and she was the aggressor lets me know that they know that we were tired of seeing Africa and they just need to hurry up and go and get that. Because Natalie, for Natalie to have to be the highlight, quote unquote, of the show and fight, lets me know right then and there this was not the season. Them numbers started dropping very much. The numbers started dropping low to the flow. Not only that, like if we're just being honest here, I don't even care to see the reunion. Rolly getting Elsie, okay. I don't care. It's the big three versus the other three, plus Tavi. I don't care. I don't care. You know, it's just a lot of I don't cares. Marissa, Cole, I don't care. They fight over a man. Ooh, boo, boring. That's not what pretty girls do. We don't do that. Um, boring. It's very boring. The reunion, I really don't care about. I definitely think that this season highlighted the big three. They definitely were the drama of the season. Um, they definitely was the drama. But again, I went on Baddies USA because I want to see, are they gonna be that comfortable? Because this season they was super duper comfortable. This season they knew like this was our season. We had in the bag. Keep shining, keep being on the camera. And they absolutely did that. They absolutely did that. But would they be able to keep that up the next season, or would they fall in the background? I know Summer won't, but is Dolly and Legs gonna be able to keep up? Okay, so Lemmy and Natalie want to be rappers. I really want them to give it up. Like, no shade. It's so much that needs to be fixed on baddies, but y'all can't do that because y'all trying to explore different avenues of creativity. And let's stay focused on what we're here for. We're here for baddies reunion, not for no damn concert of Lemmy and Natalie, who in actuality probably 10 times out of 10 cannot stand each other. So Janisha John looks really pretty. I love her dress. Y'all know Janisha always gonna look good. Always. Saucy feeling himself. He got the wig on, the bob, the bang, the bang. You know, he got his bob going on. He in a dress. I said, oh, he feeling it. He's feeling it. Bobby is back working the crowd. I hope he hit the line that I like. Y'all know I love when he say Timon and Pumbaa. Timon and Pumbaa. Y'all know that took me out last season. So hopefully, he keep giving. Now, obviously, him and Tommy still got some type of beef. I don't know what's their issue, but it seems as though Tommy on the stage the whole time. The whole time she on stage, she looks good. Obviously, this is not one of my favorite looks from Tommy, but it's cool. Now, interaction, I'm really interested to see is Janisha's and Scotty's. Now that he is out and about with Scotty, for real now, I want to see how they interact really, really bad. I really want to see how they interact with each other. Is Janisha going to give, stank, get away from me, Scotty? I really want to know. Because one thing about it, Janisha is a businesswoman. She's going to keep being the host of the reunions. I don't blame her for that. I would keep my job. I would still stay poised and pretty and make sure I stay fit, fine, and feminine for any other pursuiter that wants to go talk to me. Obviously, he still pays her bills. She got cars on top of cars and everything. They just not together no more. And that'll be fine, but I'm still keeping my position as a host for the reunions and whatever shares she got in Zeus. We should see Bobby's dog and Scotty's dog have some type of confessionals. Like, no shade. They always be having their dogs. So I would kind of, want to see what their dogs have to say about everything that's going on. I kind of want to see how Scotty dog does when she sees her owner get beat up or something. I kind of want to see the dog's reaction. Is the dog barking? Would it, pee on the side? Like, what is the dog gonna do? I really want to know. Rolly don't have on no makeup. She just always finds a way to look a mess. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It be the outfit, it be the wig, the makeup. Like, she's so random with the doing too much. It's crazy. Who else look I didn't like? Dolly's. The wig. I hate the wig. I hate the wig. It's giving the lady who say let down your level crunk. Like, she just look a mess. I don't like the wig at all. I actually hate the wig. It look a mess. Now, whose fashion is getting better and better every season to me is Summer's. Summer's fashion is getting better. Elsie getting a chain is delusional and insane. Why would Elsie get a chain? I'm about to make some jokes, but I'm not gonna make them because I've made them before and I'm already laughing in my head. Yeah, nobody's giving Elsie no chain. Elsie do not deserve no chain. She really don't even deserve to be there. If you're asking me personally, yeah, we could have went without Elsie, but overall, giving Elsie a chain is delusional. Now, mind you, Tavi is giving Lex the third degree. Girl, I don't care. I already see her eyes shut. She's done for. Bye. Sick of her already. Like, why is she talking? Scotty is then saying that she's not a fighter, but you keep talking. Like, you keep talking though. I just don't understand why she keep talking. And I'm tired of them saving her. Like, you barely can see her because security right there. I'm like, like, if they ever broke up, I just want to see how bad he let the dogs out on her. Like, I'm telling you, if they ever was to break up, he is going to let the dogs out on her. He's going to let them beat the dog out of her. All that, I'm not a fighter. She will have to learn how to fight that day. So they're already showing me that it's the big three reunion. We already knew that though. We already knew it's gonna be the big three. It's probably just gonna be 2 parts though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably gonna be two, which is fine. Like, give us just 2 parts and call it the day. The day. I don't really have much else to say, to be honest. I did my little rant about more thoughts I had about Baddies USA, but I'm kind of over it. I want them to wrap it up. Elsie seems as though she's taking up for herself, which is good. They said that she's winning some of her faves, which is good. I want to see it. Not excited to see it, but I'll watch it. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Love y'all. Bye. Hey y'all, what it is, what it do? It's your girl Brittany. You know who it is, babes. I'm back. I'm better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. You know that I post frequently. Come on, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing a Dougie bow or Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come without further ado. Let's go and get into Jocelyn's ghetto ass cabaret. Now, for me, Jocelyn's cabaret is just a hot mess of girls trying to redeem themselves, of bullying, just very ghetto. Like, honestly, I think every week we kind of see the same thing. The OGs trying to prove themselves, trying to bully the new girls. And I'm over this storyline already. But we gonna talk about it, y'all. So we start off with Jane Doe and Drea fighting, and Jane Doe ain't doing a lot, but she doing enough to let it be known, like, she will defend herself. Now, my thing is, when it comes to Jane Doe be having a lot to say in them confessionals, like talking heavy in the confessionals. But you see, out here, she barely had anything to say. Now, in the second round, you can tell Jane Doe is not necessarily a fighter, but she knows how to defend herself. Like, she was punching for dear life when she said, "Do not pull my hair." Like, she meant do not pull her hair. And her hair really is pretty once she took it down. And I get that. Don't touch my hair. Like, it never gave that. Now, my thing is, when did this wig get put on? See, I don't pay Jane Doe no type of attention. So the fact she had a wig on the whole time, I never really paid her no mind. I was like, oh, the wig came off. I never even noticed that she had a wig on. So they go semi like third round. Drea punched Jane Doe in the face. My thing was, Jane Doe, you should have just got another hit up with her. When she punched you in the face, you just say, "Okay, I'm gonna give you what you want," and you should have just gave her what she wanted right then. Cause in the face, you was damn near you was the one winning for real. Like, no shade. Like, you really was taking taking Drea through there to an extent. Like obviously neither one of y'all could really fight, but you was winning the phase. So to me, when she punched you the third time, you shouldn't have had restraint then. Like you should have fought a little more, then restraint after. Beep 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 restraint, beep 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 restraint. That's how I feel. And mind you, the only reason why Andrea is going so hard to fight all these new girls is because she did not fight Hennessy, which to me, it like you should have fought who you need to fight. These girls had nothing to do with that. So you trying to make their experience bad because you didn't handle business when you should have handled business when you should have handled business. Now you want to take your anger out on them and show Jocelyn, oh, I can fight. Like, see, I'm fighting all these girls. Jocelyn ain't had no issue with these girls though. And with her being like to an extent, it's a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie to you because she telling her shut up, like that. It's a little embarrassing to an extent. I'm kind of like, come on, like you gotta say something. Like you gotta get her. No shade, you gotta get her. You gotta say something to her because you can't just be letting her talk to you like that. To an extent, I just feel like Jane Doe should be saying something back. Like I get it, she's trying to provoke you, and you trying to just let her know that you here for the cabaret. And I get it, like certain people don't feel like they have to demand a respect, but I do think in certain scenarios, respect should be demanded. And like in this scenario is one of them. Like I said before, I get it. She's trying to show restraint. She's trying to show like she better than that. She don't have to argue with her. But I feel as though like you're on a fighting show, so all that high roll is for the birds. And some people gonna call you strong for not saying nothing. Others gonna call you bunk. I'm in the middle about it, but at the same time, I do feel like you should have took up for yourself. Like you shouldn't be letting her say anything out the way to you, especially because you won the fights. Like you won the fights, you should be like, "Girl, I just beat you up. Like shut up," Exactly. So when Jocelyn get in her confessional, she popping it now, and she like Jane Doe ain't never did nothing to you. You pick and choose what fights you want to get into. This had nothing to do with you, and you look very stupid. And she do. Both of them, depending on what stupid you look at, both of them kind of look dumb right now. But Andrea is taking the cake for the clown shit. She definitely is taking the cake for clown because why is you fighting this girl? This girl didn't ever do anything to you. You do look lame, you look loser, and you spazzing. Like, she really letting you embarrass yourself, but you spazzing. Like, you do look a mess. Now, mind you, Andrea just decides that Jane Doe is gonna get the brim of it, but to an extent, I can't feel bad for Jane Doe because she sits around and when it comes to any of the other girls, she just standing there quiet. So I don't blame the other girls for standing there quiet when it comes to her because she never had none of their bag. She was quiet in the corner, all this, all that. But now they laugh and they kick in. I don't blame them because I wouldn't have your back either when you didn't have mine. And Andrea ends up saying that she was homeless. What does that have to do with anything? Girl, shut up. Nobody cares. Like, what does that have to do with anything at this moment right now? Nothing. Shut up. So mind you, Drea doing the most. They didn't let her go on. So now they getting tired of. So the choreographer, whose name I forgot, he tells everybody to go on stage. He's over it. How long she gonna keep this up? So mind you, now she's not getting the attention that she was getting at one point. So now the real, like, I guess demons is coming out of her now because all the attention that she was getting, they're not giving it to her no more. And now she really getting fired up. And really she mad at herself, not this girl. Boom, she comes back. She, thinking that she running something. She ain't forgot her place. So she ends up saying practice is over. Like, I'm done. Y'all think I'm playing, da da da. Ricaro jumps in and he's like, no, we're not doing that. Now you've crossed the line. Like, I don't know what you need to go do, but you need to calm down, So that was her time to exit. He's popped the bubble. He's like, the girl's not fighting you back. Nobody's on there with you. Like, we're back to the original program. She is trying to get the girl. She's hollering, she's screaming. She's still trying to fight the girl. And he has to tell her, get the hell out. Like, you're doing too much. And it shouldn't even took for him to, go that far with her and tell her to get out. But they telling her now, oh, calm down, calm down. Y'all should have been told her to calm down. She's been doing the most. Y'all been let her have her moment. Y'all should have been told her, hey, you embarrassing yourself. Calm down. So after he go off on her, she told me, I've been putting a lot of work in. I just don't feel like you seeing me. What are you talking about? Like, obviously the demons have really took over, because you really mad at yourself because you didn't go hard for Jocelyn when it came to Hennessy, and Jocelyn was making y'all feel that. And after she made y'all feel that, and you went on this rant, you felt like practice was gonna be over because you was saying it, and they was telling you to know your place. Now all of a sudden you want to cry about it, and to me, like, now you overdoing, you dragging it. So Jocelyn has to give her a pep talk, even though she's the reason why the girl is acting the way that she acting, because she wants to impress Jocelyn. Jocelyn's like, giving her words of affirmation. It's actually kind of sad, embarrassing, but sad. I love the fact that this ugly girl Erica is keeping up with everybody who left. That's crazy. I hope she's the next one out the door. I didn't know Egypt actually left. I know Egypt, went in the back and was crying, but I didn't know she actually went home. So Chinks do not have the dance moves down. I think that's crazy because, baby, you can get the dance moves in 2 days. Well, I like the way you are. Ain't like he changing something up. I don't understand how she don't have the dance moves by now when she barely talked to anybody in the cabaret. Not only that, Erica and Dez go together, not real bad. Ooh, I did not see that coming. That was random. So Lexi then comes talking to Kanaya, and my thing is this, Kanaya, I'm not happy go lucky that somebody wanted to come share their deepest, darkest secrets with you, because where was this deep, dark secret energy, homegirl? I need to get this off my chest when Auden was trying to jump you. See, when everybody was trying to take you through there, whoop you, Lexi was nowhere to be found. So why all of a sudden she want to come to you and be open? Not only that, I don't feel like Chinks been stunned Lexi this whole season. If anything, she been on T Love the most. Like, she had more fish to fry when it came to her and T Love's beef versus you and her beef. I think you are the one that's still on that because Chinks ain't talked about you. All right, so Jane Doe and G Baby end up going outside having a conversation. Two people who can't fight. No shade. Not only that, Jane Doe can't get nobody no words of wisdom when you was forced to get out there and fight. Honestly, you just need to shut up, to be honest. Like, no shade. How dare you try to get somebody words of wisdom when the girl had to pull you damn near to get out there and fight? No, ma'am, we're not doing that. Also too, they talked about the boxer girl Flame. Yeah, Flame was ready to go. I feel as though Flame has a real career outside of Jocelyn's cabaret. I think she's a real professional fighter. So with that, she didn't need the money, nor, dealing with y'all fighting each other, but probably also too dealing with Jocelyn. That wasn't anything that she actually wanted to be bothered with. And it was one thing to get to know the dances and, be cute or whatever, but it's another thing to actually like deal with y'all, and y'all are not worth dealing with. And honestly, G Baby saying that she don't care nothing about what Jane Doe has to say. I agree, because Jane Doe keep coming up here being like she jumped a little bit when Kanaya was fine. No, you didn't. You didn't jump at all. I can understand how Sky wanted him to get beat up one by one because she was the first one, who went out there and they jumped her and they did everything to her and initiated her in. So I understand her wanting to see them get beat up, but also too, I just feel like it shouldn't have been really no initiation. I don't know why they decided to initiate the girls, but overall, more so the new girls, except for Sky and Kanaya, I really don't care for none of the new girls who came. To be honest, Jane Doe, I definitely feel is like gonna be one of the girls who get out. I don't think she will be there much longer. I also don't think G Baby will be there much longer. If it's coming off of like fighting skills. And Jane Doe, they've never said that Jane Doe is one of the best dancers or anything. G Baby on the other hand can do tricks and stuff, so they might keep her for that. I'm not understanding. I'm not getting attitude when G Baby come around, to be honest. I wish they showed more of this quote unquote attitude that she got. It just gives she's dry, more so. She might just be dry with the girls. That might be the attitude that they talking about. Because other than that, I don't really see attitude from her. Not like that. In her confessional, she give off a little spoiled, but not necessarily like a funky attitude that you just can't be around. That don't come off on the screen. So the play the food conversation got brought up with Chinks and T Love. I definitely think Chinks will be the next one out just because she is fighting, but she's not learning the dances. Like, what's the purpose of you being here if you barely know the dances? You sleeping in, you coming to practice late, but you fine. Like, yeah, you fine, but outside of it, as far as like the real deal, you not doing your job. You just there. I think I just want to know when Ocean's got this confidence on her that she just whooping every bitch. She think that she whooping everyone. She like, cause when I get my hands on her, you know how we doing. We gonna get her. Are y'all gonna get her for real? So let's talk about the photo shoot for a little quick second. Everything turned out good. I'm glad Jocelyn gave everybody their flowers. If anything, she should have brought some little gifts for everybody. Honestly, I said if I ever become rich and famous, if I had a project, if somebody invited me, I will always bring gifts. It's nothing like bringing gifts to people, especially like giving it to them at the end, not in the beginning. You come in just regular, hey, how you doing, da da da. But at the end, you just give out gifts to show like you care, you're grateful, you're thankful for this opportunity, so you can give more, and be good to work with. But overall, she did look great. I like the looks. Everything, it all looked good. So the girls are in practice, and Ricardo is giving out his top five, and Ocean's hating ass, instead of just let him give out his top five, she's saying, "Oh, I thought I improved since like, girl, that's what I be talking about." And see, when y'all had them around y'all be wondering. They always are looking to be in the spotlight. Like, no, you're not in the spotlight. He don't think that you're doing amazing. You're not one of the girls. Shut up. And mind you, here go Erica. How am I doing? Like, ooh, them are the two I want to be off the cabaret. So after that, T Love takes the rest of the episode. Obviously, she's mad about, the food being thrown in her face, as she should. It's understandable. And, basically she just wants to get out there with Chinks. Everybody went on in the fight. They never fight. Then Ocean goes over there to get her ones off on Chinks. I'm bored, as y'all see. Every time I talk about Oceans, I start yawning. She goes over there to get her ones off or whatever, and we'll see Neek in the next episode crying at Jocelyn, saying that she don't want to argue, basically want her spot back or whatever the case is. Obviously, y'all knew that she wasn't going to get rid of Neek. Neek is one of her best dancers, like literally, or her best dancer, so obviously we know that she's not really going to get rid of her. Overall, I definitely feel like Jocelyn's Cabaret is a shit show. Every week, I'm disgusted. Every week, because it's just like these are like gutter. Like, they is just fighting to fight. It's really no reason for them to fight. They just fight each other, and it's really no real storyline. I feel like the only one who really got some like type of storyline is T Love when it comes to the reasons why she fighting. But other than that, these other girls really don't have no reason why they fight. Unless it's just inner demons, like they picking on all the new girls. They trying to initiate all the new girls. That's getting old. Then, they didn't fight Hennessy. So now they taking all their frustration out on the new girls. The new girls is then starting to get cool with the OGs after they get initiated. Like, it's too much. It's very lame to me. And it's hard to watch. And that's usually why it's the last one that I review. Because it really is hard to watch. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. See y'all in the next one. Bye. Hey y'all, what it is, what it do. It's your girl Brittany. I'm back. I'm better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. You know that we post frequently. All right, y'all. Say it with me collectively. We are jumping. We are skipping. We hopping. We leaping. We doing a ducky bow or ducky yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all. Come. Without further ado, let's go and get into this video. So, y'all, Love Cabin was very funny. They did a big one by putting Tia Kemp as the narrator. Girl, she took me out when she said, "I know nephew don't think that he flies some." Bitch, I was hollering. Took me. took me. A lot of the men on there was not all that. I don't know what it is. Me and my best friend was talking about that today. She was like, I always think the men's be ugly. And I do. Nobody's just ever that fine to me. Like, if somebody fine, they fine to me. But if you ugly, like, you're just ugly. Like, you're not that guy. And mind y'all, I've had some fines. I've had some fines in my life. And when they ugly, they just ugly. Like, I don't know. Like, I am not easily attracted to men. But I also am the type of girl who get men. Like, I have no problem with attracting men. But some of these men, like, girl, I be seeing coming on these shows. I'm like, this is the man. Like, who picked the man? Who picked the man? Because y'all didn't pick right. But then too, it's always that one. It's really always that one or two that's like super fine. Super fine. But then it's like they start talking and you be like, oh, yeah, he talking and shit. You be just disgusted because it's like, why are you talking? Why are you talking? But let's go and get into this episode 1 of Love What Cabin. So the first one we meet is Thanos, and honestly, when all three of them popped out the car, I said all three can go back. No shade. I was like, ooh, okay. Thanos is short. He do got the curly hair going on. He alright, but he wasn't all that to me. I was kind of, but all three wasn't all that for me. I was kind of like, oh, okay. I guess. So then we introduced to Mike. I seen the gap. I'm not a gapper. I don't like gaps. I'm not a gapper. I have, like, literally, I was raised in America. Get your teeth done. Go get some braces. Literally. I don't like gaps. And, like, on the men that I'm going to deal with, I don't like gaps. Like, romantically, I don't like gaps. But, like, if I see somebody in a regular life, I'm like, oh, okay. But in my romantic, my man, brace. Brace. Gotta have them straight teeth. Okay, so he said he's a model and actor. To me, at 26, that gives me in between jobs. This was an acting call for him, in my opinion. Like, honestly, 10 times out of 10, all of them are actors, 10 times out of 10. But when he said that modeling and acting, that gave me in between jobs. They gave me a man who's not stable in life. That's what it gave me. At 26, that scares me. That's giving me an artist, more so than like somebody in a career. So mind you, he then breaks down that he's 6 figures. I don't believe that because he said actor and model. That gives me in between jobs. And 2, if he's a 6-figure actor, we should know more about him. And obviously, we know in Black Hollywood, they don't necessarily always make 6 figures. It's really hard for them to actually make 6 figures unless you're like a Samuel L. Jackson, a Denzel Washington, somebody who is heavy in their career and been doing this for years and years and years. We've never heard of this man. We do not know this man. And if he was making 6 figures, why is he on this show? No shade. Not only that, he said 6 inches. That's average. So that's average. That's average size. He definitely don't look dangerous. He looks kind of scary when he pulls his lip in, but dangerous? We'll see. Do y'all think that man is smooth? Yes or no? Yes or no? It's a no for me. So Jonathan, I think is hilarious. Like I told y'all, I definitely believe that he's gonna be the show. He ends up saying that he's a registered nurse. So the fact that he has all this excitement, I guess you would say, it comes off like wow. Now my thing was they were very dumb when they did his like little photo shoot thing, because why they was making him play like he was hitting a rock. Like, be for real. Like that kind of rock, and y'all playing like as if he finna break that type of rock. Like, I don't know who was over there, but that was a dumb move to make. Now he said that he always cannot get the women that he want to in his caliber, so he settles for a big butt and head. Okay. I can see him not being able to get that. He do give me like, okay, if I'm being honest, he's not all that. He ugly for real. He ain't like no just good looking dude like that. So yeah, he has to settle a lot of times because he's not that good looking. No, him saying that Michael is trying to rebrand himself and everything. I agree, because like Michael, how old are you? Trying to rebrand. If you trying to rebrand, had it off the dome. Like, hey, my name is Michael. You talking about Michael? No, Michael. I'm trying to like weird. Like, come on. Like, it's not that serious. Oh my God. He said he wants somebody to be his peace. Not with the gap. You need to be my peace. They should not eat John the Don alive. I would prefer him to be with women outside of black women than with us. Like, no shade. Like, I hate when they say, oh, they about to eat you alive. Like, no, baby, talk your talk, walk your walk. I would prefer him to be with women outside of his race than black women. Like, baby, no. Men like him, black women have been dealing with for years. I would prefer him to go on over there with Sister Girl, okay, then us. Like, no. What are we eating him up for? If anything, yes, go get your preference. Yes, get her. What do you mean by I'm gonna stick to the pit bulls? What the fuck? Bitch, don't get me pissed off, Gal. Like, what you mean the pit bulls? So Brian is a dancer and actor, and he's 31. Again, like I said, is giving in between jobs, only having enough for self. Like, trying to figure out, are we going to eat ramen or pay the light bill? That's not everybody's thing, but I just feel as though in those professions, like, mind y'all, I lived in California, so I know how hard it is to get a job as an actor. It depends on if he's doing print modeling or, he's doing runways. But even with that, the money is not sustainable because everybody and their daddy want to do that. Now, when he brought up the faith stuff, that was a little corny to me because it was just corny. It was corny. And he do give me that he married or he in the closet. It's either or. So the next guy we got is Camo. And let me tell y'all from the jump immediately what I seen was them demon dimples. Now, mind y'all, if I was on this show 10 times out of 10, he would be the one to try to talk to me because every man, I'm telling y'all, the men I take serious and I don't, always has the demon dimples. And the demon dimples are when they have two dimples on the side of their cheeks. And they have to barely do anything and those demon dimple pop up. I call them the demon dimples because those are the men who be in my face the most in my life. Like, every time a man talks to me, I see the dimples pop up. I'm like, ugh, annoying. And God is trying to rescue me from my type because truly that's my type. Like, truly, any man that I really talk to, 10 times out of 10 has the demon dimples. Like, literally, like, has the demon nipples. But one thing that popped out to me about him, he had ended up saying that he's a basketball entertainer. Immediately I said, what is that? What is that? And I'm glad that they asked him what is that profession a little later because what is that? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that, sir. Please tell me what that is, because that don't make sense. He gave what the boy said, like, what you do parties for children or something, and he never elaborated on what his job is. So that's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need a little more details on his profession. And honestly, what, like, is that the mascot? Like, let us know. Yeah, if you're a mascot, just say that. And I'm not gonna lie, 6'7", I'm out of here. I'm gone. I do not like no man that tall. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Mind y'all, I'm 4'11". I'm 4'11", like right at 4'11", like 4'11" baseline. No, absolutely not. 6'7", like, mind y'all, I dated a dude who was super overly tall. Oh my God, he used to make my hair hurt when we used to hug. I do not like all that. Like, 6', 6'2", that's as far as I'm going. 6'7", baby, you too tall for me. Just get out of here, giant. And I really do hate when men say they be looking for love, because let's be for real. It's so many women out here who want love, looking for love, and honestly, will make it work with any dude. So when men say, "Oh, I've been looking for love," I'm like, how? How? It's so many women of any race who like will make it work with any man. It's so many of them. Like, I hate when men say they trying to find love because there's so many women out here want love and will get, like, when they say men, will form into whatever you want. No, women will form into whatever men want. So Trappin came on here already knowing that he was gonna be a star. Trap is nice looking, he is handsome, but he give me homeless. Like I promise y'all, it never fails. When I see men that look this good, they be homeless, living with their mama, living with some girl. Like they never had their own spot, they never had their own place. Never, like never. When they look this good, you know they stay with somebody. Truly. So he ends up saying that he do content, or whatever. I don't know. He's not necessarily somebody I'm running to go see his OF. I'm not necessarily running to go see it, but he is nice looking. I think though, once you get past the nice looking, he probably don't have no depth to him. Obviously, later on in the episode, he says something stupid. But again, like I said, once you get past that pretty face, no depth. And not only that, you could tell that he's used to attention, so he probably is insecure if he doesn't get any attention. And we'll see that as the show goes on. Now, mind you, that's when Tia Kim was telling some. I know that if you don't think he got that shit on, yeah, because I don't even know why he stood up. To be honest, all them look good, but nobody's just overly doing it or anything. Everybody looks great, but men don't have to do too much to dress well. Like they don't have to put in a lot of effort. So all them definitely look nice. They all look nice or whatever. And like Trap said, I definitely think they, men are just like women. They size each other up. They know they're in competition. They know who looks good. They know who doesn't. Obviously, we see John is the one who has the biggest personality out of all of them. Obviously, Trap is the most nice lookingest one, and probably will be the one I feel as though will stay the longest. In my opinion, just right now, off the looks, like if we had to just go off the looks department, he would probably be the one that stays the longest. And then the one who said something about him being a basketball entertainer, I think he's like the second one. The dude with the curly hair who said, I think his name is Ethan. Them three is my top to stay for a good time. So currently, I feel like all the men's professions are not necessarily careers, except for John. He said that he's a nurse professor. Nigga, you are RN. Like, shut up. Anyways, probably like a trainer or something, but like be for real. But other than that, it's more so given that the men came on here to hit a good lick. More so, in my opinion, just because they jobs are very much in between jobs, depending on where they start. It's not a lot of income. It's giving like roommates. It's giving gotta go clock in. And, like he said, he do a lot of everything. So a lot of everything gives me, more so my 9 to 5 is a massage therapist, but if I get a call to come do an audition or somebody do that, that's what it gives me. And then he said, I'm a basketball entertainer, entertaining family and friends, is giving the clown at the birthday party. So I really don't believe John is reading the room, but I think he know that he got this in the bag as far as it being his show. I'm not gonna lie to you, out of all the boys, he's the only one who's giving personality. He more so here for a callback, in my opinion. He's giving us big, wild personality. So Ray J comes in, he let the boys know, like, don't lie to me. You can put game on the women all day, but me, you cannot lie to me. Like, I understand that too, because him as the host, he wants to be neutral and he wants to know everything that's going on. So he can, I ain't gonna say have nobody back, but he can just more so be up on game. So the boys is really here to just hook up with the girls. Honestly, that's how usually always come into stuff. Just trying to get up in somebody. Like, literally, same old, same old. Like, what be the point of y'all being here? Being tall is not as good as having money. Like, they don't even compare. Be so goddamn for real with yourself and me. Seriously, we compare being tall and having money and shut up. Anyways, yeah, I'm not necessarily into real short guys either. I don't mind him being like, I would say 5'8", 5'9", 6', 6'2". That range has me. 5'5", 5'4", all that. Wrap it up. Ethan's so funny. He letting him, I already know that he know how to fight. So Ethan the one who tells Jonathan, like, yeah, you're not gonna do anything. him and Jonathan do get to fight later on in the season. I really can't wait to see that. He said he could fight, so I want to see it. But he was also the one who said he was gonna put it. So we're gonna see. All right, so we end up meeting Desi. Obviously, she's a black queen, and obviously, we want her to win. Simple, I'm rooting for her all day long. I want her to win out of all the girls. No shade. So we meet Nisa. She's the next one I want to win. But honestly, all the girls is coming off real desperate. Either they coming off super desperate or they coming off very freaky. It's really not no middle or in between. It's either or, desperate or real freaky. But stand up. Why are you coming off saying I've never been touched, I've never been loved on, I haven't seen a man in 5 years, oh, I'm just dry as ever? Like, come on. So Anissa lets it be known that she is OF, I believe that's what she said. The list is taking me, I barely can understand what she's saying, but she's down for whatever. She's ready. Obviously, she's showing everything that her mama gave her. She looked good though. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's free to do whatever she wants to do. She's up here living her life, doing her thing. But it gives me again in between jobs. Okay, so no, I disagree with this. Looks first. Like, I gotta be able to look at you. I got to. I gotta be able to look at you. I gotta be able to be happy when I'm around you. I gotta be thinking like, dang, you so fine. Like, I have to. Looks is always first for me. Now I forgot the other girl name, but I agree with her too when it comes to people overall do be very boring. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, people are very boring. Like, they really don't be having nothing going on in their life unless it's just the big things, whether it be school, work, and going home or something. But other than that, people really are not that interesting. Like, honestly. And in an older video I told y'all, like, nowadays it's heavy on I should have just kept liking your pictures on Instagram. Like, it's something about it. It follows me, like, literally, because it's just like people are very boring. They have nothing going on in their life. And I'm not gonna lie, I definitely feel like Rachel taking the men everywhere. Like, they over it. Like, they really are eager to see the women. They know what they came here for. They're trying to conquer. They don't want to keep talking to Ray J, and I understand that. So we meet some more of the girls. We meet Miss Hot Breath, Chloe. She comes in the building. Now, Kiara, I'm not gonna lie to you. When she flat ironed her hair, I then started to see her jawline. It is very strong. I thought her and Natalie was related for a second. So then we meet Shyla. She's 30. I don't know why she just didn't say that she was 30. She says she's a private chef and then a ballerina at night. What does that mean? A ballerina at night. Do you mean a dancer at night? Let us know, boo. Let us know what are you talking about? Okay, so the way she moving is giving dancer full time. She's a full-time dancer, and when she gets booked to be a chef, she's a chef, but the chef is the side hustle, not the main career. Yeah. And it's giving dancer at night. And why did we just not start off with dancer at night? Like, ugh, tell me your occupation. Okay, so maybe me and Shayla are really like friends or something, because I love to make out too. I love to be kissed on. Ooh, I love to be kissed on. And I love a massage as well. Like, and rub my feet. Put my feet in your mouth, actually. Okay? Do all of this. Simple. Kiss on my ankles. Like, do the most. Now, mind y'all, of course, all the girls is playing nice with each other. Oh my God, sisterhood. Oh my God, y'all are gorgeous. 10 out of 10s. All the girls are pretty. Don't get me wrong. But this fake sisterhood act is not going to last long. Y'all will hate each other by the end of the season. So, this is the thing about the women and the men. All the women is like, I want to find real love. I'm here for a real connection. Oh, this. The only one who kind of is like casual, just want to see where it goes, is Miss 21-year-old. Obviously, she's 21, so why would she not be like that? But the men's is all really just trying to see where it goes. Trying to get into bed with the girls. But nowadays, you just said tall, dark. You gotta be dark. My chocolate drop, but you like the lighty light trap. Come on, nowadays, it could be mine. So John and Don has went completely weird. The fact that he was calling out all those ethnicities and races was kind of weird to me. I get it that you want to know what she was, but he's like this. Then he doubles down in his confessional saying like her breast size, what size. Like, first of all, that's too weird. Like, the fact that he is like breast size, how, her weight. That was weird to me. Her hair, weird. Like, that was weird. Now, Ray J wanted them to make out. I did think that was weird. They don't know each other. Like, I definitely thought that was weird. They don't know each other to be making out. Hopefully they got, some tests ran on these folks before they brought them here, but that's weird. So Shauna Dawn and Sheila was first, and he's so excited. Like she said, slow down. Yeah, when men be excited, and I'm glad that she spoke her piece. Like, slow down, relax, calm down. I'm not going nowhere. Don't bite me. Chloe and Cambo, something like that. Kids, and she love my man Tara handsome. Okay, Chloe. That's what she wanted anyway. So, like, give her what she wants. He is tall, dark, and handsome. Okay, so I don't know his name, but obviously they had Trap go kiss Desi first. I'm like, right, yeah. The two I want to be together. But then, again, he's slow a little bit. He said something stupid earlier. So then she get with Mr. Gap. So I forgot Mr. Gap's name. Sorry. He put his jacket down. He grabbed her up real quick. And one thing about me, child, and I know this ain't about me, but it's about me because y'all watching me. I love when a man pick me up. I like me a strong man. Mind you, I'm a little thicker than her. Not as tall, but a little thicker. I love when a man grip me up real quick, puts me up on his back. I love that. And then he gives her his jacket to wear. I like it. Yeah, she needs to be treated like a queen. Simple. Exactly. Yeah, I was feeling Mr. Trafford's too. No shade. Even though Athena came off like a freak, I would say out of all the girls, she's the most level-headed. Even though she's young, it seems as though deep down she really does have boundaries and standards. The Bible verse was very corny to me. Like, it was so corny. It was so cheesy. He didn't do the Bible, but no, scratch the Bible verse. He wasn't even studying the Bible verse. He was trying to hurry up and get to that kiss. I was like, exactly. Like, girl, playing like this preacher's kid, and I love the Lord. Behind, he just a regular, nasty man. And he kissing the way he kissing her down. Jesus would not want to be up in this. Are you sure you want to put the Lord in this? Like, I mean, girl, the way he kissed her down, you could tell he been single for 10 years. Mind you, too, and the pastor got his hand gripping on that girl's thigh. Big, like, this is what I be saying. Like, ew. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie. When the last boy went with the last girl, the curly hair on curly hair, I liked it. But then when he picked her up, I'm like, okay, all y'all just trying to pick the girls up now. Okay, it's giving copycat. And then she got on the dress, and Ray J was like, she got on the dress. Like, and when he called it out, I'm like, right, like, she got on the dress, you doing too much. Like, it's giving copycat. I don't like that for you, but it does seem as though them two have a connection. OMG, so he basically saying that she wasn't the one that he wanted to talk to. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't see that coming. Maybe I didn't pay attention to that when I first watched it, but I thought, I thought it was a connection, but it seems as though he's not really attracted to her like that. So Anissa goes off with the dude who just kissed the curly hair girl, the finer twin. She goes over to kiss him. Yeah, I'm glad that she went over to go kiss him. Because I didn't really see her with this Mr. playing godly and all that. He was getting on my nerves. So I'm glad that she went over. And it's still the first day. Like, why not? Have a good time. You don't need to be committed to them. Athena stays with Trap, but this gonna be egg on her face in a little while. But I think she understands, like, he the finest one right now, so why not just stick with him for a little minute? Curly hair girl then goes back with who she's first with, so it seems as though she already wants to be with him, even though he ain't stung her like that. Dang, I really hate that for her though. So he then ends up bringing out Sheila, I believe that's her name. But anyway, so the other dude, John, is already being territorial over her, and it seems as though she understands that he's feeling her, so she's trying to just go and get with that connection. But I do think it's better for her to explore her options, because you don't want this man being territorial over you already, and he don't even know you. Now, mind you, Ray J ends up saying somebody or him. I thought that was so funny, and when the boy John said, I'm gonna see who I can talk to about that took me. Like, that was hilarious, but it was a lot. Like, it gave off cringy. So mind you, they already knew they was gonna win $100,000. Be for real. They reactions is very like, ooh, ooh, ooh. No. if you just found out that you can win $100,000, oh my God, praise the Lord, hallelujah, put that Bible out, boy. You know, they would be doing all that. They didn't do any of that. Mind you, they then pin the camera back on Bible Boy. He touching her arm and everything. You is so touchy in the name of the Lord. So the girls and the guys is talking very different. You know, the girls is like, oh my gosh, the Bible verse. He does seem like a gentleman. They over here saying how they just want to hit it. Oh, Jesus. And these men are in their 30s. Like, you know, it's either 21 or 30. And that's just crazy to me. Like, I just want to hit it. Like, wow. Wow, is that all y'all think about? Probably so. Y'all, it do look like it's gonna be good though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was definitely a good episode. Usually Zeus always put on the first and second episode be really, really good. Obviously we know Trap said something stupid, saying that he like his girls dumb. Well, go be with somebody stupid then. Like I said, the girl who he with seemed as though she really do know her worth. As much as she try to play like she don't, it definitely seemed like, you know, she's not young and dumb. But I think both of them is 21. I'm not sure. But overall, it seemed like the show gonna be cool. That's all I got for y'all in this one. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye.